said ye yen grass cutter program me as ya pa Greek for our betchere sa enye our National Theatre on the 1st February in yesre ebiana obi tien or adamfo bi debi oba nchen umame 10 cities 50 cities umame 100 cities yesre wa mo asafro on Saturday 1st February when you emfa wani nkyere National Theatre emesuesua enyume bi na this time nenso agrikifo iba was sign abetchere said ye rabbits and also ye niema ye introducing this time
wonderful
omo betchere sani menyina o program yi ase
when am so ye nanko
rabbit ya and also so juma pa uhia space kase bia baby kakra butimi start sa project e ma no ye enwa ye nso so obesan akere kwane a ye fa so ye snails kwane ye fa so ye fish afi condensed milk ye shimu a ye betchere ne ye tomato paste, mayonnaise, cereal mix, CCTV camera, kwane faso installing no, ointment, cupcakes, bread, ring donut, meat pie, buffet, pizza, biodigester, ejanaya o flashia na ashi ni nyina rade adoma Saturday 1st February ye betchere our National Theatre. Emotion painting so ye betchere ne ye isanse enchenti and also ye betchere fluffy ice cream, cola drink, the chat for cry. Our nearma ye chere no on the 1st February no a communion wine. Inyuma winum aye dia today radeboa Saturday 1st February winum ena ye betchere ne ye our National Theatre enunti yesre ebia no be a housewife. Safo ni nyina ye pa wonche womra National Theatre na wombe penim dia ye de maybe ne betimi aboa kechire ma mfa number no tuja
okay
ebia na obi practical mu na otia yesre bomodi afa number ya me de tuja yi na ho betimi aba mfa so number no 0244 47 40 93 0244 47 40 93 0244 47 40 93 na yesre registration fee for niema ye chere ni nyina nke chere unse eniema bo kwa na ekosuru venue National Theatre ye high ede programming ne bo enyasem ketwa radio adverts any expenses bebre na isanse niema bo kosoro no next day price no da so gina de gina registration fee for enyuma ye chere ne nyina wo bosu nyina no eda so ye 200 cedis 200 Ghana cedis
enyoma mo chere nyina
ma ye chere packages we nyina
200
cedis titis kana ebeka se 2 million nemu mi yesre mo bia so nya mobile money
okay
on Saturday 1st February obi eba program yase e National Theatre yesre na what on registration fee 200 number abetua e wojumedie no ase ho a yenje mobile money bia in advance shasi save 10 cedis 20 cedis 50 cedis saving kakra on Saturday 1st February oba program yasia na odo registration fee no aba abetua e wojumedie no ase ho a time a yebehye program yase e 8 o'clock as usual debia 8 o'clock na yeshase bronin time ya na ebishada tnefia ha no aba 10 11 onimsa Ghana for program so a hadwen kakra it's a program na ye practical ya na pese chere enioma bibre dintia kichia na chere nioma bibre no se enioma ya chere no sebe enya den enje bre intie pese chere bibre no nipa no tnefia out of enyuma bibre no wetime de nensa esibiso aye amana yeye eno ne adwea etai yen program yi achi inti time ne de 8 o'clock anopa ne ya hyase na ye kyerɛkyerɛ nyime wi a ensan ye registration fee a 200 no packages a ewo mu bio ene se ya ye books a ye design ne kama ye handouts enyuma ye be kyerɛkyerɛ ne nyina ho procedures e book ni ma ye be kyɛde ama obi a yenton ye free unyane bebia ni nyina hye registration fee 200 cedis no a o ba o de beba no emu yenton book no procedures ni nyina wo number 1 ye say number 2 for we kan we ho number 3 ye say ni nyina hye book ni ma ye be chamo bia ye nton e free eno ana ye 200 no ena ye wi a ye participation certificate nso a edi adanse ye say obi ba program ewie eno so ye nton ye free e she registration fee 200 na obi a eba ode beba no emu yesre kai say date ne ye Saturday 1st February jumedi be koso National Theatre enya yera kwan National Theatre de bia obi afo Accra Central ka na usi Novotela ubi so bia so per National Theatre obi abechiro ana ofo Accra ka na usi Tema Station enso a ofa fichire hobi so bia se open National Theatre
ofa here
ofa fichire ho a enya yera kwan kra etiesre National Theatre de bi sabofra kra abechiro time a yebe shasia ne ya no pa 8 o'clock na ya science so aye videos on enyuma yebe chire ni nyina aye de ato pen drive so a nyame ya adoma eno no ba program na se enye obia so na owo iPhone enye obia no wo flat screen enye obia no wo laptop oba National Theatre na ope video ni bia eno so betimi a request na wapebi ewo National Theatre ebitimi aboa enti yesre registration fee for enema ye bobo so a ye be kire ne ye nyina no eye 200 Ghana cedis bibia nka ho bio fa ho hyemu bi na kai se date ne Saturday 1st February ewo National Theatre time a ye be shasia no pa 8 o'clock ye wi e be san kire baby a woni ebe ebenya raw materials ne nyina bi ato chemicals containers gallons kwani e fa so package products why is any mean you be packaging the same, obe branding the same, obe marketing the same, administration, nina betchere, jumidi as a quania first register juma abaim, ye betchere in our National Theatre on Saturday 1st February. In Tiesre, oye juma na ope side business be a workshop ye chere businesses be bria, odo hushima e betimi aboa, e binswa na wapejuma che, unye binye e binswa. Na sebe wako pension brebi ebia na sebe oye housewife brebi be penim dia ubedidi ho efri ne ebia no amfa nyuma na obesua na anya djuma afi 10 years away nim 15 years away nim eso ebetumi abamfaso amabusua eye network for societal transformation aye charity a efra ye nest ye ho asem na otie mi bejemi bomodian fa number no ebio bomodian fa number ni bio ebia na one tip di biase a free na ye mo fefe kaise date ne Saturday 1st February ewo National Theatre me pacho bomodi afa number ni bio number no ebiem 0244 47 40 93 0244 47 40 93 0244 47 40 93 ye bought the chat for crab modi anfa ebia na edani dru na obana ohunu kwan kra betimi afre na ya bo ye bo number no di chat for modi anfa o nu bi o baby o adamfo bi empo ebia na ope business bi akande o ye ho amepa chew eya brebi on Saturday 1st February ewo National Theatre bepenim dia dachi ebetimi ayemfaso amabusua ensa no djuma de eni awie number na ye body twato bomodi afa eye 0244 47 40 93 0244 47 40 93 what I have next atokosa de bia person ba so timi mai we in the first program for the year but what the afa ho shemu bi a 0244 47 40 93 nana me da so pa nyamishro
100.5
Oh, with Nana, Bobie, Ansah on the Citizen Show. Stay with Nana, Bobie, Ansah. All the politics you can know on Accra FM 100.5. Tune to the Citizen Show with Nana, Bobie, Ansah. Yeah, yeah.
Wabatele Accra FM. Yeah, yeah, mommy.
100.5
Oh, Oh, with Nana, Bobie, Ansah on Citizen Show. Stay with Nana, Bobie, Ansah. All the politics you can know on Accra FM 100.5. Tune to the Citizen Show with Nana, Bobie, Ansah. Yeah, yeah.
100.5.
Oh, with Nana, Bobie, Ansah on Citizen Show. Stay with Nana, Bobie, Ansah. All the politics you can know on Accra FM 100.5. Tune to the Citizen Show with Nana, Bobie, Ansah. Yeah, yeah.
One, we'll put in place a robust code of conduct and standards for all government officials in line with the principles of ethical leadership, modesty, humility, integrity, and accountability. We will nominate all our cabinet ministers for parliamentary approval within the first 14 days in office. We would have named all our cabinet ministers. We will constitute the leanest and most efficient government in the history of the Fourth Republic in the first 90 days in office. We'll hold a national economic dialogue to discuss the true state of the economy and prepare a homegrown fiscal consolidation program to guide the budget. Number 5, we'll commence the drafting of needed legal amendments and preparation for the implementation of the 24-hour economy policy under the office of the President. Number 6, we will establish an accelerated Export Development Council, which I will personally chair, to promote exports as part of a broader strategy for economic transformation. Number 7, we'll convene a national consultative conference on education with CHAS, NAGRAT, NAT, CCT, NAPS, CETAG, Vice Chancellors Ghana, PRINCOF, TEWU, UTAG, PTAs, students, think tanks, academia, parents, and other stakeholders to build consensus on the improvement of our education sector, including the free SHS. Number 8, we'll scrap the following draconian taxes to alleviate hardship and ease the high cost of doing business in our first 90 days in office. 1, e-levy. 2, COVID levy. 3, betting tax. 4, emissions levy. Imported into the country for industrial and agricultural purposes. 9, we'll introduce the no academic fees stress policy for all first-year students in public tertiary educational institutions, in universities, in technical universities, in polytechnics, colleges of education, nursing training institutions, under our no fees stress initiative. We will budget for this, and the money will be given to the Student Loan Trust. It will register all the level 100 students, and it will pay the money to their universities on their behalf so that they don't have to go and pay anything. It will be a grant. It's not be a loan. It will be a grant, so they don't have to pay for it. It's not be a loan. It will be a grant. 10, we'll introduce the following social intervention policies. 1, it's not be a loan. It will be a grant, so they don't have to pay for it. Free tertiary education for persons with disability. We'll introduce the following social intervention policies. 1, free tertiary education for persons with disability. The Ghana Medical Care Trust Fund, which will be a fund that will help the treatment of kidney ailments, hypertension, heart disease, high blood pressure, and all those kinds of things. We'll commence within 120 days the distribution of free sanitary pads to female students in basic and secondary schools. 11. We will institute inquiries or forensic audits into the following matters of public interest. 1. MPP's collapse of indigenous Ghanaian banks and financial institutions at a supposed cost of 25 billion Ghana cedis. We will institute an audit into the illegal printing of money by the Bank of Ghana to finance the corrupt Akufo-Addo Bawumia administration. We will investigate the 58 million National Cathedral scandal. We will investigate corruption scandals. We will investigate the COVID-19 expenditure scandal. We will investigate corruption scandals including the PDS, Ejapa, SML, ambulance spare parts, 13th African, All-African Games, Sky Train, Palugu Dam, mass sets, Galamsey fraud, missing excavators, missing tricycles, illegal and inflated single source contracts, bus scandals, and many others. Banning all political appointees and politically exposed persons. We institute a government policy banning all political appointees and politically exposed persons from buying any state assets. The Women's Development Bank. We allocate seed money within 120 days for the establishment of the Women's Development Bank to support women-owned and women-led businesses. The first is Ejumawura. We will launch the following priority job creation programs in the budget. The first is Ejumawura. That is the entrepreneurial project to promote 10,000 young entrepreneurs and mentor them. The one locally produced goods, particularly through leveraging of government spending power. 15, we review the Customs Amendment Act 2020 to scrap the law banning the importation of salvage vehicles, to rescue the local automotive industry in Swami Magazine, Konkompe, Aboso Okai, and all others. 16, we will lay before Parliament a new bill to usher in a new era of government scholarship administration, which will, among others, prohibit political appointees from accessing government scholarships and eliminate political patronage, cronyism, nepotism, and corruption in the world of government scholarships. We will make the scholarships process transparent, publish the names of everybody.
Pitro kakamio, minro kakamio. Kakamio mpuku mwasi anansio. Mitro kakamio, minro kakamio.
To heal and sustainably harness the environment by turning areas and water bodies degraded by illegal mining into economic and ecological recovery hubs. 18, we'll launch the Black Star Experience. Unfortunately, the paper on creative industry couldn't be read because we've run out of time. But in there, there's what we call the Black Star Experience. It's our major creative industry and tourism initiative. So the Black Star Experience will be launched. It's an initiative as Ghana's flagship culture, arts, creative industry, and tourism brand to transform Ghana into a preferred hub for creative industry and tourism. 19, we will commence investigative processes to purge state security agencies of all militia and vigilante elements who are causing havoc in our country. 20, we'll reopen investigations into major unresolved criminal cases, including the 2020 election killings, Ayawaso West Wagomba election violence, murder of Ahmed Swale and Silas Wulo Chame. 21, we'll initiate a probe into the man-made disaster caused by the VRA spillage from the Akosombo and Kon dams that displaced and destroyed the livelihoods of thousands of citizens in the Volta region. And we will take immediate steps to provide compensation for the victims, including those in the lower Volta, those in Oti, those in Bunu East, those in the Savannah regions, and other areas that were affected by the flooding. We'll carry out a shake-up. We'll carry out a shake-up of all loss-making SOEs and realign them to break even and transition into profit-making. This is a social contract with the people. A lot of people ask me, you're going to find an economy in a mess. How are you going to handle all this? We're going to realign our expenditure. We're going to cut out waste. We'll realign the budget so that we can create more fiscal space in order to finance these projects. We're going to use innovative methods to raise the resources so that we can finance these programs. We're going to prioritize, strictly prioritize, and select the most...
One that speaks to our maturity as a democracy, a nation of citizens enfranchised with the authority at the polls to determine their political future. Today's exercise between the outgoing President, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and I feels a bit like a deja vu. That is because 8 years ago to this day, on January 7th, 2017, we shared this same space and performed this same transitional exercise. At the time, I was the outgoing president, having served one term, and he was the incoming president, having been given a mandate by the people of Ghana to lead this great nation of us. He and I both understood on that day, as I'm sure we are today, that it is the people of Ghana that we are elected to serve. Somehow, it seems fitting that it is with Nana Akufo-Addo that I twice shared this stage and this unique historical distinction. Because Nana Akufo-Addo and I began our national political careers in Parliament in the same year, 1996. He has always greeted me with warmth, a firm handshake and a smile. And he is perhaps the only person in my life who has persistently chosen to call me Johnny. While we belong to opposing political parties, we shared a sense of mutual respect. In those early days, we probably could not have imagined that destiny would bring us to the leadership of our respective parties and that we would have to face off 3 separate times as we each vied for the highest office of the land. Nana, as this will be our final meeting under these circumstances, and as I look back on the journey we have traveled together, 2 much younger men who entered Parliament together with a full head of black hair, and you with the same bald head and round eyeglasses, I have to say that you have, without exception, been a worthy opponent. I extend my warmest wishes to His Excellency, the former Vice President, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia. It was a grueling campaign, and we gave it our all. Your sportsmanship in making an early concession eased tensions and contributed to the early conclusion of the electoral contest. I wish you all the best in your endeavors. Today's exercise between the outgoing President, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and I feels a bit like a deja vu. That is because 8 years ago to this day, on January 7th, 2017, we shared this same space and performed this same transitional exercise. At the time, I was the outgoing president, having served one term, and he was the incoming president, having been given a mandate by the people of Ghana to lead this great nation of us. He and I both understood on that day, as I'm sure we are today, that it is the people of Ghana that we are elected to serve. Somehow, it seems fitting that it is with Nana Akufo-Addo that I twice shared this stage and this unique historical distinction. Because Nana Akufo-Addo and I began our national political careers in Parliament in the same year, 1996. He has always greeted me with warmth, a firm handshake and a smile. And he is perhaps the only person in my life who has persistently chosen to call me Johnny. While we belong to opposing political parties, we shared a sense of mutual respect. In those early days, we probably could not have imagined that destiny would bring us to the leadership of our respective parties and that we would have to face off 3 separate times as we each vied for the highest office of the land. Nana, as this will be our final meeting under these circumstances, and as I look back on the journey we have traveled together, 2 much younger men who entered parliament together with a full head of black hair and you with the same bald head and round eyeglasses, I have to say that you have without exception been a worthy opponent.
Ansah, Nana Kofi and Kingsley, and Amunina said, I worship for Yamin Stitch Amunina. Your support is well appreciated. Abraphobia, my brother. Munina said, "Now we are live on our Crown 0.5 Citizen Show. We are back here Thursday after Mummy and Kanyamiani. Mesraba, and you hold on. I deal with you, and the Mekas are deal with. Now, I am saying, Hiam Wakakra because, say, Kwame, the way Unim said, me shia obi, Nini pano epema sempa. Minim baby ofrio. Last minute ye be introduction nini pano ever. Sadi ano mentiasi kra. Mentiasi. Mentiasi. The way others are attached to me, I don't understand. Mentiasi. Yeah. Oh. A democracy. And will be a 3 weeks spend no I can see us. Mommy, I'm up by ye. Was through Jack at the Chicho. I can't do it at the south. Pentia, yes, it's so my content take or could be me did chow. I buy 4 or by Yame. By 50 be mo. Me panye.
Ultimatum.
But Charlie, let me come back to this matter. Seriously. Serious. Serious. Are then I'm boy. Nensana Kokai. Serious. Just say. Anywhere I will find myself, a free man call a free man call a bremunina. Say, Obi ever, oh, whom ya, and no. I don't get it. Hey. Woman call up a massem. Woman maiwa epemasem. Woman emrante epemasem. Woman kokra 4 pemasem. Just say. Amadu say it's because your soulmate is an error. Avu koklo. Avu. Serious oh. Me Nasia, you know what I said. What is it? Make I say, even in a Santaman, me best friend and I'm okay, Pega. Na, ever na menene kofie ekodidi ye kofie kodidi me kofie bia menene ko me fie ti dakro na me ma me busa me se ti Bobie mo adwuma mu ono wonni adamfo bia wote asantemampo eye radio adwuma ti obia ni adwuma mu a ever ni na wonya na adamfo. What I'm saying, yes, for whatever reason I don't know. List away me am in your list on one de me koda ndimba mo ya message list where they are sending me. It is very possible your great grandfather or mother was an ever. Kwame hu baby bia ni wa mewura obi asre akyere me a why me good a mekom na bia me free na mebusa nipa no. Oh, okay, so me free santima po free. I say me ever, and I'm like, I can't remember me started a Love FM Kumasi na your programs director Jimmy Agla offered Tegby na Jimmy. You see this, I have this a godfather friend, or see maybe your grandpa is an ever. No, ever link be out. We don't. I can't remember. I can't remember. Then Love FM now sometime ye programs director a friend of Jimmy Agla. Almost far more Love FM no. Na or no echo a course. So there were this issue at Love FM in Kumasi said, share Charlie, I believe or no or a programs director Kwabna on the Asante phone kwan where you or Modio who saw about be you wadi. So and now with that probation after 3 months say multimedia decided whether they will employ me or not. Also me call Love FM. And despite be farm Ansah na multimedia side back ebe farm. So ampa your wana Jimmy Agla buy me yam de me pram na msa ko ebe mam yakofi. Kwame ewie ni nyina ne say I became his darling boy. In fact, on a boy me ema me 19 year in radio. Inti afi de na se me di na chiko ni kromo e wo Tagbi. That is why I know Dabala and all those where and all those places in Minimo. Now I say me di na chinene. So always every weekend. Oh, she share me I just about Tagbi because you caught now you see that about you see now your base be wo denu. Omo friend Hakuna Matata. No omo ye okra na mo Joseph. Ti ano ne took a free Kumasi ani agom sa fa koforidua ni agom afa abri tinke ya ties highway ne shame. Ti ebi ebetumi aduro be ye ebetumi aduro Tagbi be ye bia be 5-6 p.m. Ye woro ye ho straight to Lone Beach. Ni akọ Hakuna Matata akọje ejinamwana bansuo na no agajewa o molale was it to bear tutu ready nyagobo Yehovah Christ of the world of the living savior anye ebebo no mienu no miensa emema ene mame wataka se wie no utumi se mema pa de kofie no enye se bia fadi agro Agisiwa. Anyway, so that's it. Live on crowd 0.5 now. See, I have this another ever friend, Festus. I'm listening to you. See, but you see, the only thing I have is me I ever ever child. That is my problem. That you know na ya me dadwene. Se me ba akokora wu pa na. Se ka me nya ba ko mampon a. Aturi din ko do ha. Eduji lo ya eduji ti aro obetu ya stress so you correct. Yeah. Me makacha me back ku say o do time obey ya, you see. And your guys be fine. You know that thing, you see. You see that? You see that? They get some smallest sizes, visa. In our case, ora. Oh, and they are very smart, eh? They are very smart. The only ever I mean in the diagram, but no cry na duane na fu kokwanyi do dem ye sure pass onye ever. Said the aduane si ye ne den na fu sa no. Ah, aduane ye ne de hey, David Saba ko Wonderful. Who does it say? Which tribe is here? Oh, Honto this list or no Honto. Should I say? Maybe I see me buying me and 7. Look, you see, Kwame. Look. Then I have this friend, Courage. Courage no him baby out. Do you know Courage our laundry company? Yes. And yes, no him say me Bobie. He just met me and he liked me. Ne laundry company Oma Asiminiama to for the past, I think, 13 years on Jimmy Skada. Yeah, 13, 14 years. I've lived in my place for the last 13 to 14 years. I'm telling you, it's a fact. It's a fact. Now, omo man crowd omo mia eni yes ronko omo so omo bane me. Omo so then ye banu oh me so omo man de omo mia eni Enyasim kuma. As to how you want to interpret it, it be your own matter. Now my back case be that. Okay. So, oh, Honto, my friend. I call you here. I kiss him. Hey, Kwame. We are here about 15 minutes to do umusa. Lot I do. I think Listo and Akari. Listo was Bobie. You see, their ladies are your sisters. At all. Akpa, Sia. Akpa. Jackpata. Oh, Charlie. But one time, me and Jimmy near Court Tagby. So we went to Denu. Denu is like a border town. But you see, me mention Denu Namakai, my very good friend and a big brother. Na say no yeshia na yasia. Sia Dr. Awono. And he is the younger brother of the late Professor Kofi Awono. Now, Dr. Asude Sebo, you know, I quite remember Doctor, I would not took me to, ever conference. Charlie. One more told my toe, one more told my toe, one more told my toe. No, my cough now from so, now me smell release bomb. No more cough now, why you giddy? Just say, Ethiopia before so a jet dumb. Mofanya bre papa. And one ever elderly man bibusa doctor said, is he an ever? No, so no. Ashanti boy. What's I? Yeah, what being? Nam says, sure. Yeah, qua pussy. You got it. Hey, Doctor Ono, baby, I will be a good afternoon. Me tell you, catch that day, a bloody young couple used to Christ of the way of the living. Things a memania brew gas and papa so papa. Now, could you wo a topa yesia man? Na a free Russia ba. Yeah, ever come. Ransford, uncle, ever conference down. Grady Yankopon. Yeah. Oh, no, who's a member show? Tete no money, I go call you no Kuheno. And what now is a member shiapa? Yeah. To me, tear by two swenny. Would you say, Yana? A just them. Yeah. More young color. Say and then coming, Yantin coming Magabi, Arsenal coming Casasa, and a judge, a guy wrote here. Nam say, maybe more years says, yeah, who nimby bintia. I'm to my dodgy, I'm smart to. Hey, yeah. I go because ya bro ya who be papa. Ya friend ya grow. Anyway, thank you. Ya ira ko say this guy just like me like. Hey, Jude. Are you now J no number no? Jude number na nko. Ayi your friends a professor la be a PA no mon kan kire ne say number no de ma me na nko. Oh, cause we beat me. Yeah. Semanse boy, I don't go agree. Okay, so my main case has we Ansah na matua majuma so. And another tribe I know mo etna ya manage pa frafres. Yeah, I know I was brought up by Dagombes, but frafres, most of my friends, those days, Bamponi e diagropa because we may frafra for near koba kompi. Near koba a kompi. Abagani ni fiefo, abangani ni fiefo, yichume, enyameche, abebemben. They were three brothers. And anami yo madamfo to be free school ba na yakoba kompi. Inti abangano. Ena ayichume ni yomo emame. Omo na nane friend amampon because osanom de ba amampon no tena wa aba abrewa. Ti no friend amampon. Inti ada ye be dog festival. Ewo awayim ma asanmampon ye be o ye friend awayim. E wana na frafrafo no tepa. Na omo the dog festival ni tua so saa. Me ma me no betimi ahwehwe me saa ma de ache. Awurade Boom, Don't ask me whether I chopped dog before. Don't ask me that question. Ekufado or you drank cocoa or no cry. Don't ask me that question. Okay. So let me talk about this Dumso matters. And I think, oh, Charlie, see. Papa ni papa si. Hey, Charlie, see. All right, so good afternoon, comrade. Their ladies are your sisters. All of them love you as their brother. I need this. Papa ni, yeah. Mobake ka kosa na mo akande yenka. Amuzu was you chop things so. Me chale. But Kwame, but Dagombes. Who said Dagomba for Emma and Bulsa for almost the same color? Almost the same color. Send me kotra a sakase. Kotra sakase kakra. And a dra so. You know, a dra number one. Yaji Oku. Area more dear. Ewura no mu de manante wura no mu saa o soja. Anyway, so let me talk about a Dumso issue. And Mesre, the NDC party, not the government. Please, Asima Mekan Muntiemi, I'm talking about the party. I'm not talking about the government. Sabi ora mahama dabe and almost went in Tuesday we and I mean it will be in a bad taste to sit behind a microphone now 2 days 3 days so I'm not talking about the NDC government Pacho I'm talking about the party. So the party leadership should listen to me. And it seems their communication is breaking down. Yes, I know that you guys did well. You worked hard. And you are tired. Fatigue has set in. I know. Because after the win, and Christmas, so then party activities, back and forth, you know. So I understand. I don't have any problem. But the best Remo say you must do well and start greasing your machinery, your communication machinery. Start greasing it. You see, what the MPP has decided to do, unfortunately for them, unfortunately for the NDC, Ghana for Ababa bete politics ase. Ghana for Ababa bete governance ase. And the way Ghanaians punished MPP Akufo-Addo Bawumia clearly shows that say won't mean fa entro en rane politics ewo Ghana ha. Won't mean fa entro en rane politics ewo Ghana. No, you can't. You can't lie to a Ghanaian. Maka same way, there is something about NDC grassroots supporters I love so much. Say omo dia no na oye wrong krana, they will look in your eyes and tell you that you are wrong. And that is NDC. Omo ma onko. No way. Omo ma onko. Good. So Yabesre NDC party executives. Deɛ ɔmo ɛyɛ biara no ɔmo nya adagye ɛma communication. Obviously, when you pick somebody like Kofi Bentel ayɛ n'adwene sɛ adwuma ebinum ɛyɛ against Akufo-Addo Bawumia no. Or also the home bar for Yama MPP. That is what Kofi Bentel is coming to do. Or maybe I know say Encho Bebre. I say Omudi Nibre. The humiliation is so much that Omo you wounded and Omo Nyabre. So because look, Obia ono free abemu ye to about 7th. Even within that week now, yan swear your mama in no more catching. I was be say aye, usube. Meanwhile, still you are in government, so you realize that defeat no more receive I'm almost mental instability, and when you are dealing with people who are not mentally stable, you need to be careful because enipa no abe a reckless person. Adie bi obebi ano ehu. Ansah kantamanto ejano obi a yatu aba wa lose still na osedem frefre nkrofo munye video sesika na omu wi na bi aka munye video tu be wan so obi akogira kantamanto na we for and this for ashe kantamanto. And unfortunately for the NDC Satan no more prepare for the swearing in and other things. That is why I don't blame them. I'm just appealing to them because some way so I say who are portion blame what I say almost I mean then you are not being fair. So and yes me but me appeal to the NDC that they should wake up. Me Bobie some always I'm a newsman always I'm on social media. Yeah, traditional media idiot. What you say me I can traditional media every social media na ever. So always I move around on X platform and Meta, that is Facebook and other platforms, even groups, WhatsApp groups mit me ko because ubehunu enkomodia ekoso ubehunu the trend said the enkomono esi eko, you get it. Aha. Enti mint tranka ensem ni nyina, but mesre NDC they should watch their communication. Ma omo enya gap. The MPP know that Jomama ever 4 years. The first 1 year they will use it to discredit you. Yes, they will use it to discredit you. Second year, they start attacking. Third year, then they want to destabilize government. Both of tan because when him say or do rough off year and they know that over 4 years. And where they are decided. Mesre pa NDC ma omwani enko and communication is about strategy. Apart from say yes say we are a good communicator then again it's about strategy. So even if your guys are busy, find a strategy. Find a strategy to diffuse and just diffuse it. And I mean who story be what I think my John online. Meka omajin bebaso. So I won't talk about it. But obi a a friend say we are smart in communication. Headline no. It's not about my joy online no. Omo dia story ni free Kumasi na ebae. You get it? Story ni free Kumasi na ebae. Na say story no. Said ye almost ya crafting afar. Quickly you must be smart. No wako share the way sa mama part MPP, the way she is communicating, and strategically, Omasha Dadi Oba and Eddie Eyo communication no. And you know how said the mama part sikasa nya. You see, MPP, that UP tradition, they are very bad adeɛ bi a ɔmo ɛyɛ biara no ɛnyɛ coincidental adeɛ bi a ɔmo yɛ biara no ɔmo nim ade korɔ so now it becomes very difficult to attack mama part and also odika kɔ hete ɛyɛ retired lieutenant Kenneth Bevlolati ɛna ɔkɔ hete owura totobi kwaakye they all came out with a response as one teye and wakwa hiti orafoɔ no say orafoɔ no ɛna ɛhyɛ emrantie bi and as to whether those people are even NDC you can't tell so on ade a ɔmo yɛ no aha so me dey mesre minim say it's too early obi abre mo abre fair I agree but moma mo ani enko de ayeye betimi ene aye aboa mo no na ase agi o man ni si wo whether we like it or not na NDC ene the alternative then with John Mahama's track record that we know now it's just right say you beside na ba na de rade person de ne ye maye no ode ne bewie me ba cho menyum no way ye ka mo ntie no so that's it me that's it ma me nkoye madwuma ene mebɔ mo eye throwback kakra enye no onye one kura nsuo no enye one kura nsuo no se me ka kire o se me ka kire o akoyo me ma me hu Ansah ma me hu Ansah Akodi se me ka kire o se akwa no ko se me ka kire o so ma me fa nkɔ kire kakra pa cho ade we ya chotro ma me anyway ma me nkyerɛ wade baako a afiri yɛ so ɛwɔ Ghana ama Ghana fo ho ahenha omo obi send me message say ase adesoa bi so yɛ ɛna afiri yɛ so yes adesoa baako ɛso yɛ afiri yɛ so ɛne sɛ wo mampani a ɔkasa basa obie nano a kan kwasi asɛm obie nano a ɔkeka kyerɛ asɛm a mampani ya wadi 78 years 80 years 78 ni kura ne yɛ ne football age utie asɛm a ɔbɛka na obofno na ɔraho sɛ ti panipa timi ɛkasa sei ɛnɛ mɛkyerɛ wade kura mɛkyerɛ wade kora ɛkyerɛ sɛ bibia firi ɔman adesoa ɔho ɛnome bia firi ɔman wei so cause akufado anum nkasa nkoa no na ɛma depression obie nano a na ɔman no nyinaa ayɛ depressed look John Mahama kasa even Bawumia you can say anything about Bawumia but just look at Bawumia yes or no inti no ma o dada no say kosa or do medical na bema or do medical at least Bawumia kasa ya na wakoma nya o ya bebre sa Bozat say okay, so yenkotie eye Akufo-Addo ne Akumfi ahemfo aba omo baba besrawo yeah I'm telling you the whole Ghana ahemfo nyina aye relieved omonya bibi afri womo so sunsu money bi afri womo so ahemfo Akumfi abesrawo and they are talking about national development Then you have a certain president. Asime free na numbae no. Na ahumete. And mesre Ghana ni bia say yemkonkoti asema okai.
Na fenso no ekufi ono ramena ye sha se ba kakrakra atokujo no ye MP wo me man be ye minister or be deputy minister they need to say when you say enam so be sha se bibi amamo ekufi na anko actually election for by a year no free all na no nyina ka ho bi na kakra mitumi akasa me ni kakra so free man kan no kra na nye ma yes so mo be mati de mo kan ene yeah afi so safi na shase no wa ko si afi ne wie ti e be de be na o de no so mate na afi so no ekufi ono ramena ye sha se ba kakrakra atokujo no ye MP wo me man be ye minister or be deputy minister they need to say when you say enam so be sha se bibi amamo ekufi na anko actually election for by a year no free all na no nyina ka ho bi na kakra mitumi akasa me ni kakra so free man kan no kra na nye ma yes so mo be mati de mo kan ene yeah afi so safi na shase no wa ko si afi ne wie ti e be de na
Omo Ghana for. Just imagine John Mahama. Na ebia enipekuo bia akosra John Mahama. Na John Mahama etimi aka kire mo say, "I say no, me yi mani say me develop you because me want to aba ma me candidate." We nana kwam sefa kan mani abri no. We na kwakuba akunu bombe num package ye. Ade a yen kola hunu ne da say akwa we disaster. Akwa we disaster. Eye we ya me tro de ntia amanfo enya some relief e wo Ghana as obia asemframa papa e fo obia ho adwono. Eye we ya ada o ka asasem we na mesi metiye meti fa dwame we ya because when you candidate ya to aba o man to amano no atumi ahwe ahemfo anim no aka akere say entina me yi mani ma mo development ho. Meanwhile they pay taxes. Wan fere anyina ni umuade John Mahama kasa, look at his demeanor. See the kind of the choice of words. Even President Kufuor kra we kromfo no. O kasa on the ma Ghana for pay President Kufuor asem no. Ye na ya na bia ye nua honto won te ase. President Kufuor kwasasem bia ni wa Kufuor di ya oni bi. But you see onka President Kufuor nka kwasasem nkyerɛ ma abumfu on hyehyɛ wa roba. But we know oji bone na o hyehyɛ wa roba. So sometimes na me busa mo say e den na kwa we e be presidential material ma abususem na e dia baye so. Nti wahu akumfi wako Peace FM wahini bi se osrew se bra na e-blocks me kai wo am wahunu enema yakom for the past 8 years me se jo mama kwatena radio so e ka asem ni bi kire ohini bia wo krom ha me ne na wie se me hu so onim nyansa wonim nyansa se awu obi eka ni important asem me Bobie Ansah ena me kwatra Peace FM ka asem na ka no problem kwa me se fa kan no mu kura ne kan ya no problem but you the father of the country wona wo ka kire say na hwan ne saa ohene no hwan ne saa ohene no no betimi aya onkonkoye how no how can you talk to us like slaves ukasa kire to say asa one oma jankumanom one oma abodamfo no one wo mo na ekasa ofie. You talk to us anyhow, then you complain that enkwalai kasa wanim. You don't give us the respect. As at 2017, a year inauguration. Now Kufuadu kasa ankwa okoka inauguration no. Ada also in no. Ni statement nuko abaji a home come for 1 week. For 1 week. Ne kroma ye de Kufuadu nkwa. Everyone no, your friend no turning back. Obi na numu boom. Enti de bia na se bibi ehye o man no so de bia se obi share so de bia se obi aye basa like pani ba na keka nkwasi asem sa. Yeah, let's go. No aka no oko.
Has complained. Ohini one flower patch say e-block no oba yenya ho hwe. Inti on my education minister up to February say on be hu bibi. It's an say
ono no ma minister ultimatum.
So wabre.
Eni onko ye.
Wabre. Inti obi sa no there na obeka che ebi out of frustration ebi okasa.
Mani bi wo ho when bia so no ye boabo ye ho ni aye.
Let me just take one, Mr. President. The one in Aflau where the chief himself has complained. Ohini one flower patch say e-block no oba yenya ho hwe. Inti on my education minister up to February say on be hu bibi. It's an say
ono no ma minister ultimatum.
So wabre.
Eni onko ye.
Wabre. Inti obi sa no there na obeka che ebi out of frustration ebi okasa.
Mani bi wo ho when bia so no ye boabo ye ho ni aye.
Let me just take one, Mr. President.
We efe. We nyina efe. Nhu ade ebesu o wiase a se jo mama ko studio interview ne abusan so Ekufuado eye bibi ewo ekrowe so na ekromofo se miawani ne bewie ema wo mo na se jo mama ka asem wei otu nkwasi asem wei ma wo mo a na Bobie sanse magimi ewo ntini ma betena na me defend se jo mama kan waka how no I didn't uni person yes na for 8 years akwa we kan asem a ye nya depression no na omon krofo no so kura edidi akira atem omon krofo no kura na ma the depression no ye more womun nim se enipa ra kan asem no anka ne ye na we die opani wanka say ye no aka bem no oko on fa ho onima ani wo ayi your friend say akwano your friend say ketu south yango ketu south ensu ofanipa wakɔ sɛ wokɔ akɔ hwɛ ɔmo miwa na po abɛka kyerɛ sɛ so ɔmo yi budget sɛ ɔmo de kɔ akɔyɛ kita sea defense a ɔno bɛboaboa asantefoɔ no ayɛ demonstration ɛte sɛ tetefoɔ no a ɛnɛ nkɔlaa asantefoɔ a ɔmo aba ɔmo ani abue ɔmo ani abue ɛgyimifoɔ nim o.
I took the oath of office as president of every single individual in Ghana. Of all peoples in Ghana, all districts. And whether they voted for me or not, once I have taken the oath, I am the president of all the people. So Togbe, you and your elders, I want the people here, you, beginning with you and the elders, to understand that when something like this happens and government acts, government is acting for Ghanaians, all Ghanaians. I came here because Ghanaians are having difficulties and are suffering. And it is my responsibility to try and help. Because if it's a question of counting who votes for me and who doesn't vote for me, I shouldn't be here because you don't vote for me.
I should try. I say, scan send bottom and obi kwaje. Yeah, I go for the SMPP for to gunu sunka ni fie hono ni ma hono ka so om ko buo ne yire ne papa prepra homo because pania onnim nyansa ya wo no ba Ghana ha e wo wiase ye sa akwa no akufo ado no kwase akeka nko I should try to help as if say as scan say as omo one na busua no omo abobra e na asemasi Ghana e ne ya ba ne na so se e ba besre no se on fa sika ni bi mra ma meboa yajimi ade wei ete wo so na afiri wo so a wasum nyo wo ho nyo wasum enyo wo ho anyo ade wei ete wo so a wei bibi basase ete wo so a wasum nyo wo ho nyo huh? Wasumu nyo, oho nyo. Semon to aba mame enti ono kra no nko pa enko wa maho. Enti Ghana se baabi a o decide ye se onfa mpuntu nko nyina no eye baabi a che se o feel se o mon to aba ma no. Wakwa yi ase eye na se akoduru ye no ahemfo te ho ohira nso ya anchia wa enso what ohine wa nsore anchia wa enso what air force say so ohine sore chia wo air force ma ohine orders rough Ma you know others rough.
Hey, I'm sorry. Sure, anyway, I'm sorry when I was sorry. Sorry, I'm sure. Pour some water. Charming. Hey, I'm sorry. Sure, anyway, I'm sorry when I was sorry. Sorry, Michelle. Poor someone. Charming. Hey, I'm sorry. Sure, anyway. I'm sorry, I'm over sorry. Sorry, Michelle. Poor someone. Charming.
Anyway, mpam cho momfa nchene. Na nipa no na okay kan de ope na alamle otan ye da so mumu otan sisa Asante region Asante for the ma Kumas for the ma NDC wa hu busase voter region no ma MPP say mame otan de ebe say mu but trust me, the NDC leadership, they appreciate Ashanti, they appreciate Kumasi. Ashanti region figures a buy no. A voter region dear. Yeah, Ashanti region figures. A does change voter region. Okwa him for two. Almost sorry. Akwa we abedi ni pan you. Sorry, Antia, Oko Penabono. Now, Rakubro Babe catches a Westian, a yes, seldom was Sabe one. Now I'm lenting that Kumasi, the so called as Antifono to Obama and this, you know. That is what you guys must appreciate. Go and check the seats. The one yentino motuaba. Etia or mono. You need to the Ashanti region, ma. A does to change voter region. No. Go and check. O my Ghana kwati team. Na yeka. Jai. Usiminti. Wawe. Oh, Abua Papo a video no. Yeah, also to be Kuminipano. Special dedication to you, Abua Papo. Paja, why now Abua Papo video no aso timi Kuminipano? Hey, Osubempa. Semati nye time na ye time wo sana NDC force muntie ye kamu asemo a obia ntai wo uye ni ya Ghana fo bebu aten ye wa anye ni ya esabode nche obia jai ni ehwe wo Wamu hinimu de aso papa wamu ani ase nyina Bibajo Prince Kujo sin kwani ope osisi fia ni bi na enya nkwase asem kom de nkrofo amanfo ani abre niema dum so yetimi dum light for 6 months no water yenya nsuo ye kan na wo na obo mi osisi fia ni bi So that's it live in Accra, 100.5. Senior man say we are not expecting Mama to bring Kenke to 1 city, but to prevent it from going to 10 cities. It's finished. Finish. And you see, and yes, when we are Ghana for 2 abano crack Kasepa Etia MPP. Omonum kasa tantan akufado. O kasema o timi kasa te say eto na biam timi busa me wo say akwa we ya na say o mfiri akonwa no so da na say MPP timi lose da o say Gabi what da akọ say MPP bet na so 40 years ye kwasi asem Gabi what da akọ say enti emema ye okromo ani atrama Gabi we na 9 say ayi na Gabi or no Gabi is a Gabi article say MPP bet na so 40 years now 2020 4 years no kra no senya enkrofobia no mo hyehyehye NDC national executive mu na ha ya thank you too mo but 2020 this year ni bre papa e dru ba bi ni afra mema ma thank you nya boafo akayan kola wenki etu mo osiafo sa no ana maka da NDC enfanya lesson tie ye ka wasem anya so bi tawo ha ye kana sa osu ntia Ghana ni bia ni wa waka kire wo se ono wo pe eye efie wo laboni ana cantonment Ghana ni say ne taxes no eya wotua no fa bu oman ni yie yes esan say ye human institution tino ubon say mistakes ebeba say mistakes ba na Ghana for ye koka don't come and insult us we are president JM and JM will never do that. Oh, na Professor Jenano Pokukrado no oka de ye mame odo bia obatan e de ya no oka we de ono na po bie na no anu odidi watem na po dum so your friend say my what do you call it timetable no odidi atempoto president bie na no anu odidi atempoto obi obebie na no bia no aka nkwase asem akyerewo na ofosun kansa we ya ni tisa your friend say kwakwa adobi ofosun kansa nep ni tisa kwakwa adobi na otenep wo any boys are forming cartel bu nkrofo faso ofosun kansa ni tisa kwakwa adobi no ni ti asa kwakwa adobi NDC enfanye suehunu. Don't come and insult us when the people who are calling on you say do the writing. Don't come and insult the people. Me problem no. E me di atem. E me ke kansem fun enkyere ye. Yempe arrogance. Na osu bempa we atimi aso camera. E de asiwo se ono otimi kum nipa. Na wa be di ne ho agro organa no. Obeye obituary. Obetimi akum. Na onenam ho. Na onenam ho omo efra eye hwa mo nyam tema jomama just 2 days Ansah obeko yewo outstanding issues me se wa osubempa video mumu ame mesre mo yewo outstanding electoral issues sorry enti yesre mo ara munya abotre na yen dealing with the outstanding issues ni nwie na ono Ansah no prepare na igo na ye wi bibia na se Ansah nkoya na se ne Ansah ye ne unim ya mu de munyai na to be honest se si a se de mujina jomama konsro NDC grassroots enya fair unsettle ye onyi na nkrofo kra nwie Ansah beko your friend say your friend say criminal no IGP criminal ya oboman dampare obeko onam so pe 6 months and on nam NDC national executive so and na work catch am and na me ma NDC timi wini ye me ma NDC wini ye and na ode e bon ho safo hene and na no wugina lord kwam na wo direct traffic utreni nkrofo yi a police service no say emu ya enkaja say wona wo direct traffic no say nye MTT wagu bibia patako ageko abobo na afa de ugimi nti odi akwa gira lord kwam na wona wo direct traffic yes na aka so treni wo mayi a enka baba ekunu eba ofie a enka wo ma me no wona akwa kitchen kwa no aduane wo ba no aduane no a munye want ti wa mu yie munya obotre omu beko wo mu nyina beko me say after 2-3 months after 3 months that just say 100 days after 100 days na jo mama say dan parenin krofo we wo ho a ombe hu action wo street mu ebe jinisem omo se ayi anochi sei ode na yato okọ jebense watro obekọ you go yempesi ebeja old ayi enome bia wo system we mu eye resetting eye new system jomama ne nkrofo mo no emehya ase clean job no mo nya adwuma no na yankọ osu be mpatwo ka kire Ghana for so no otimi kum nipa ha na Ghana for koto aba na ka se ejeja o tie ma wunwini na ekoso abekuyen ena abo papo so adwane o so okromu a untimi hu kwa me pewa futuo no NDC members enye calm 2 days 3 days na so metemo ase because ade a wo do on na fam no eyo obia se san kwasiafo we free esonko je mensa ne krofo mo free esonko na so momye fa eye processes no mu why do mama sebe na adwiri mu da ho ya titi ni yie ofrifie onye ti bonko so akufo adwe ya kwasiasem kwa na 8 years obedi kire no onye bia enti wo de ye nya abotre na omumfa the right processes mu no omumfree esonko omumfree esonko na akoda ya kama dodo omumfree esonko ye nya abotre Cornelia omu withdraw security no na MPP fo ya akoye je mensa bibia unim se problem na omu de aja Ghana ai jomama hwe meso omu bekwa ya nya omu abotre ai je mensa ya ntra no say 6 years as 7 years na kakra ya kai ya nya abotre na obekọ na aketia ya fine dodo abako ya tra no wa enje afa ni eme ye dabi kwode wo mudi bayire da sema wo mu nyina bekọ ye be pra wo mu nyina kama boni bia ni ya ti krom ha na onipa da sani etimi di kwotu Facebook say ono why instruct IGP say onkochi obi within 30 minutes na Mensa Thompson them within 30 minutes no them just imagine say me sorry ya na ma post say me ma 30 minutes assume si yankochi no na bobie ka he ntino na na me ka dia ba be say the NDC should do the right thing. Obia ni wa waka se besi dan cantonments ni laboni mano. But say we president now for on bicycle adiko for private jet wa bra wo say yamfa ade moya yamodia ene emini ubenya problem. Say yetikrom ha na yamfa ne say even agenda 111 ikra kromfo akufo ado kromfo no ede ne sa esoso ho ojaye no na jo mama se wakobu agenda 111 emfa one level adro wo de even foundation na wakobu agu ede ho besi asore dan memene jo mama benya problem because we need health facilities. We don't want a church. We don't want a church. So your mama yes ah. Mean to me metra and defend no menya boa menyimi. Mean to me metra and defend no. You can't do that. Now what me asesa eye ufiefo wabusuafo aduomo gugalam semu. Two o mine ase, two o mine ase, two o mine ase. To a mino say so cromfo na kufu ado abu ayi jo mama abusuafo aties galamsey mu na yati kroma na ya hwom hey na sabe Ibrahim Mahama kro didi ema enipa bi di no So I don't cry near the onion cave, any to me see menum ho. To me say menum ho. Una bomb is good menuma to menum ho. Because we can't allow one family to come and destroy Ghana. We can't allow it. Say that's what about one day. Now John Mahama in a bush for Adaya, Omo Gigana, where you to her. Now where you to her, now where you to her, now where you to her, Omu Tunsum, Omu Tuasasiase. Messe, say, me uncle Brabo, me boss Ibrahim Mahama Kaho cry, and then go to me say, Manum Kuku, Mako Zonga Kotoko, no man. Untimi medim wade enkyere ye ne eto ne ehwew medim kwase ade enkyere ye ya fasa ne ma we nyina mu e okro we mu ye be sra ndisi. Yes, there are petty mistakes, we agree, but the clear ones eye mo Ghana ne ani bre se obi anya ohwe obi ankan was me good banks, my side banks, mongo trafie. Uwie ya no atiesi pensioners esikamu. Ya catch on crofo wo, ye ti ya ni no. Na aya pensioners 800 and a wo. If Sergio Mama goes this way, me no benya problem. Afinsiapa, why you holding you everything?
Maybe
that's right.
I said I'm with you. I also who said Bibi Ako.
Oh, Cassia Swaba. Look, the air catcher Ghana for say. Neasran this for say. Adia baako pɛ na Ghana ni MP. Adia baako pɛ. Don't rub stupidity in our faces. Ghana for your nyasresre. Create an enabling environment. Ghana for your nyakwadufo. Give us equal opportunities. For Obuo Maye. Hwɛ, it is no about it. When we say Wunibi. Obusa wadi a eya kan seme de. Oh, sweetie. Ene de ura me hihye ne makakra. Me hihye ne makakra. Eri mesre wa. Oba ne busa wa fa nkwase asem kodo ho. Ah. Hey. Sa. Na wuntumi wei ya omo brother. Atimi akwa atu galamse sa akotra radio so ayi gold ade a good table so say obi anhwe ni gold. Hey. NDC executive bia be sa adano ye no bewu. Adan ye no bewu e okrom ha. Ye so ankwala say ni e ba ofie. NDC executive bia be sa ankwa, and I know the NDC executive bia no be agimi sem we da. Onye. Whether regional executive, whether you see there is something about NDC for yes, some ye nipa. But from their national chairman to the last person, from the national chairman to the last person, no, they won't do it. One yet. They don't do it. Send this national executive ebefa a gold and now bibia wanya e de akwa radio so say monhwe de memenya. No, they won't do it. Omu bunipa. But se bi se apie mu a anya de obi abetwama wo krum ha. Give us good governance. Se sikasam entotoye ne nkoyi na so manfo ka, don't come and insult us. Don't do it. Problem ho na omanfo rizia. Take your time and explain. Ghana for adia ye chiri. Eye se edi tumi ama. Na Eric Mensa we nyansa. Eye simple nyansa. Punishment a Ghana for edima wuntumi num no. Just what Jimmy and I all say and this news will be no munya the same punishment. Just what Jimmy. Just what you know a form. Tall say only your mama call tall and I'll be a bre and a ka. A ya your mama akum. Some of us there, you're in the call tall from Western region to Ashanti region and other places. And he said, Eric, only your mama ne call tall. And a Ghana for what can some near to a Bamanwa. Nasa or the Jumedie be shown sa ewa in this mua. O mama Jimmy wa bontin e me guna ni muase. Ya no ne bema ya ba ofi abehwe no. Ya be ba ofi abehwe. Wo to social media wa hunu de course. But hunu do mama brea. Enim krase a owura ya me kura no amene no ko be mienu miensa pe no. Masa me beduru fe na me ama hu say yes. Me widie mu ya me ya. Nasa also ye NDC executive na de ubetu galamsey. Agunanimu asia. Na de gold na baba betena wa kyerɛkyerɛ. Boys ne baba be hwew. Won baba be hwew. And Obia send me a message, also Ghanaians are not difficult to govern. Just be truthful to us. Speak to us for us to understand and work with us throughout your governance. Let the citizenry know the state of the nation from time to time from all sectors. With this, all misinformation or fake news will serve no purpose. Nima te commod are perfect. Perfect. Boni nim. Kadiako so chire Semuya dia, let us know. Explain. Don't lie to us. Se papa panimuti se kufuado. Oko je bosia 2 I think 2 billion. Right? I COVID scan or obe declare one from World Bank na say. World Bank scan na say 2 billion and obe declare one. Ana ayi bete no to. We. Ayi koforo dia asibe ya boa ebete no to. So, when you do that, and your mama will not do that. Your mama will not do that. When you do that, just to destroy the country, me no benya problem. Menya problem. Say, why? I don't think that papa penimo yes, sir. What was Jiska? Be declare, no, be under declare. The aya can say. We don't sit here and make noise simply because Neye Kufuadu time. We want to guide the system. For petty mistakes, yes, we can let it go. But Nakasia said the Ghana the whole Ghana see Jai Amnani to us mean to net. Minya tu china Madam Wase Minim say NDC may animu nguase Ombeye the right thing. Oh also be galam say ono de what a tobo say minim na minim site amema national security for na kobo no Alice what de covid e wo de jana sem minim site minim baby amema makobo no Udi jai. minim baby kura me mo makobo no atwena se read di say ya the camera sini so edina bakrum afidi a yasum no wasa kura na ase no se onimu a onim ye tibi sum afidi 2 years ne ete ho ne ahwa afidi ni din ne enim se ke ebeyiw so a process ye afidi sum a process ebeyiw ukosoro ba form ebeyiw into the jano na so also betu galam say agujo mama animu ase a wo de jano ye be sra pointis ya sha ase yi manya de begujo mama animu ase yanka ase munye nipa yes bon say kakra bi beba ena obi send message no bra no mom ye hu on mind baby a ye gina difficult times ba any enante na covid yaba no aba be ya announcement say mo bia enti obia mo bia nko party no one ne mane na busuafo ato party no gira ya ne ho say eta na osa no akofa Ramaphosa every South Africa ba no mu diasa akufo ado na ono ma me panimu Sicilia da pa no na ono so dim obia say no sparks. When you treat us like that, maybe be a problem. Senya ne ena sebi ewiase aseya ama MPP bonyo mu DNT. I don't wish say your mama be deny even MPP ni bi kro ni bibi ye enko be deny no eye opportunity. Na so MPP for the oyaw or time trimodin bone almost suma police form on bechewa ase we a criminal bi ase we a terrorist bi a kasa mbeka they said they handcuff be gu and move let's go hey ediaba asem na lo come wait me Fred Dampare Jimmy Fowe e ma no say the Dampare kan say NDC force be friend amano order kwakwachi MPP ni we zombie one day titi zombie pa wa Jimmy Chan o na police ni bia organ Dampare wa Jimmy Chan police ni bia organ o twan say NDC force be man orders in the say nipa no ade na etesa say what does the law says on fa ho ono de ono ode yesa masa ena ti IGP no mu enti say no NDC force aba obe yesa masa Jimmy mapon minia wanyini tida wanyini abogida wanyini motom da wanyini nya da wanyini nya da wanyini pampam da wanyini tikoda wanyini kwa hunwi da wanyini nsa hunwi da wanyini sa hunwi da wanyini aso hunwi da kopem se jomama ewi ni ye na on the other kind dey against jomama be wi ni oso no wonyi da kopem MPP be kofi de obefa akudware bi emfa no ho ye na sem on the opese ekwa bi asoro wo be kofi upo ubeko divine kroma akwaba
yo na Bobie
boko de menua
na me adom be boko na so
mo fa ntu no soma me na obi anwu se wa wira ba bia obi so asende me o su be mpa video no mo ama mo fa tu divine su ye
na me so say na me so
eda no so na pese o sorry mbam so ade na ama o su be mpa video no a so timi kum nipa no hu ye na yes we
the last time when him say Ansah na umbeto aba no na oye olidi some documentary bi omo ye to trying to make John Dramani Mahama unpopular on TV. It was live. So me wa na minya call and obi friend me say divine but ye hu TV ne so na me po me ni ma de kunti me tuning not knowing you know me ask me some me demonstration me niam bia me ka 2014 no and no wako boaboa no no de campaign Iti me quickly no na me friend am kan say masa. Iti mu nim sana 2014 no. Menimu na ye adwuma. Iti mu kai pa sana.
What ekua koso monya ntachiwa. Was it divine kruma no ajisu enwi.
Iti the last time I met the car there say oh the me ye campaign gidi.
But Ghana.
Oh, ono so wedi yawo. Say mu nyina mo de amia no mo hyehyɛ dem o. So esi ano mo party for ni bi so minium say omunyo mo a omo be vim mo. Nti esi omo tumi mpie mba ni pem.
Because party for no problem.
Yes, party for no person mo vim na bi one target.
Really?
Yes. Abua papon anyone to me party for no ascribe omo major defeat whereby to certain individuals say enamo so ena party na DM yasa. Inti Abua Papo is one of those people party for boys no person omo vim. Un to me so ka ho. Un to me the omo twen. No mo wi a omo de omo sa awo one mfin kakra. Abro yenso one of those people and also omo mini no. Say omo nya no bone a omo bedi no. Omo party for no. Ena omo san so say party for no dwe na omo ye ya. Okay, say, yani omwa netra radio so, yani omwa netra TV so. All of a sudden, Crawford will say, I don't want to be antra radio so. Into Mbana beto airtime. No matter one interview. Almost say almost change na. Intino, they say I may wonder how 2025 year kui. Ombe said radio omni and the better radio no so be show no na say ombe kwaswa so ato airtime na one interview no bio. Because what him say adebi baswa emi hu bi da omudwa ni ahombaso ni disrespect ni tu no no bi e ba ya to say ebi wonu ma meko asempa o mimiti asempa be show no ba o si o no ntna show ni mu oh omo executives ni be bre Japan mesamo because on ntna say nya no one on one
nya ni yo
ya nti ono nya wa nti yema ono nko ye ni de awia na okọ on pese ube kasa tia mu bi. I'm to the extent say me wo UTV na akpalu afrese omo mami na UTV show ne so akpalu some do musika command
akpalu we
LPG say people for na man sika na people for na nkasa no omo nim nyansa say ka wo pe party bi pone na bobola ye beto ababe wiye party a o nya 5,000 na wo ko contest election wo University of Ghana kra vote 5,000.
No, but I think with Apalu not the idea is Apalu megu your mama who fin keke or make keke.
No, but the guy lacks credibility and the reputation cry no yet. And now you see sometimes one me I dare me one say opese wundi boni mpo ayusu enyansa for di boni ne hu say opese hunte
as I drink
akra ho utimu se na kufu adu mo approach nyina fufula fonkwa no mu no mu game because you can't even understand some of the people sabi yo enyansa for ni nyina o ma bom backstage enyansa for ni nyina o mo bom backstage na ke beba ne say na nka papa we esibe now bebo esibe over now the nakako my ass supone esibe nu ya me MP na mu de nakako omu de nakako to enchen na mu se mu de obi foforo eba na nakufu ado na nka wontumi na nka na juma wako na nimu aye sponsor and as a financier na matumi akukuru wontumi say regional chairman of mu stronghold it means one kasa mu kasa mu tympanic membrane and function
tympanic
membrane and function ka hwe omonte you know etino me de sanya boys na minium wanu nti omumpie no cheche den kra ho be pie
adam ti Abua Papo no ya obemu aye obituary ono di agro obekun na me
na Abua Papo we nya asemi na asema mfa yi na niam anko ya na ka Abua Papo beka say ono ye national officer na omo ko manfa na nko Ashanti region ono control the whole of Ashanti region na ba umia ba region ono mu a omo yusu no na wo Abua Papo mfa na betimi agina wo be win election a wo say the Ashanti region ona wo control the street no Abua Papo itu nipa ho ye hin onim wo street no mu se no ho ye hin nipa ho ye hin a onim
see ya no okeka se ne sen efe
we never be sure.
Okay, I see Kumasi for saying the CFA.
It is just already on the number of the bonus. I see.
Thank you. Mamene Orakwaku Ameduma, one year PR Oma Food Suppliers Association. Any enkomo. Chairman, Afijaba.
I think I'm at saying.
A radical chairman. On your mule.
Me monitor of how they be me phone to say.
They have been a young monitoring. No, she, we uniakituanime, she shame me. Of course, food suppliers and Komobia ba about yes, you Charles Forsay is in Colane Besco Mum for Modianemra. And hey, yes, Magdan equipment in Yamana Cromfaco Viano Electrocam. Hey, oh, boy, see Mikayo. Chief, very sorry, Mikaye. The police should protect a year, a say. Oh, boss, sorry. Magdan, my senior brother, Magdan. Also, Electrocam. Company, you are Juma, kama. And I almost say a Bibia Kwakusia, Asafim.
Oh.
A radin, yesterday, no, a bonfire. Video in here. Hey, of course, and you bro. Yep. What is Sino? Video in here. Of course, you grow. Maybe I'm in the best end. What must surrender?
Then I cost war.
Sir, Electrocam, Magdana, baby, or twin channel. I say I'm not confusing what that area.
Your master say back.
Yanina mean to me today. But says, yeah, no, we news. Yes, boys are cost surround one, and you saw my own from.
On him, dear, Emma Sansom way ever.
Debbie.
Yes, you are Mikrum Amuchinu, the new area. And say, Emma, me use me lady loot youth in my demonstrate against Kensington industry. What is the current mining stock within company?
Is he here for sir?
I see of Kettle South.
Now, Juma.
I want to say, Juma, the issue is on there, and one of those particular economic activities, no. An indigenous economic activity. So when you privatize it and you give it to a foreigner, and the community doesn't tend to benefit as they used to, there will be this kind of agitation.
And yes, say, we am so say, so complain one shall boys from that twice almost. Me no mere your help to see me boy.
Me am to see me, Pamia. Me am to see me. It's usually a choir, the private companies know a family or majuma, a choir mofasutia, the youth in the community. It doesn't really, they don't really get the benefit they used to. And one on my say did you, and the sort we need is like that. I collaborate me a be, then you bet me a be, I collaborate me a be. It is all that just idea from the community. Now they are an individual person to just win, and that individual doesn't even do pay them well. It brings anger, and anger brings hunger.
It is strange, I say, more money in Sisa, a radin or more Macu, no buying. Now radin more beer on buying. Now, Emfa Asumji, or Donny Biakuye, Emfan Trom, da, amen.
Amen.
Of course, food suppliers, what is happening? Tell us.
With the Metro for you now. Now, my wish will be a fisher. The also there were shortages. I was going to shortages. You are in these groups for, and you are in these schools for because then I aware transition and cost of. So there's a new government coming into place, and a lot of directions and things that go on before the food get delivered to the centers are halted. For instance, maybe in Pameduan and Fan could deliver a bra mini contract. say memfa aduane ne nko bin so aban a be so yenim akwan a befa so aye food delivery no nti ono so afi no settle down afi na on appointed substantive minister na substantive minister no so look into the affairs of things and until now delay abba and the food delivery no but be it as it may no I think the powers that be can do something about it. Usually we have something to call emergency supplies. So you can buy the supplies and ask them to go and send the food items to the school.
So which means I don't know I am say sikasem because food suppliers no esiska emma omu do omoka oti ase and listo akwaba
yeah
boko there
ehu anu behwefo
all right so mate of kwasi aba over
Miriam
to aso.
And now, me say, in situations like this, no, there was Ministry of Education offering a policy be on food delivery, offering emergency policy, and no offer without crata. No crata will say, Mr. Mamunko deliver a bianeno on emergency terms. And see, we are Bosumi and Sam is kind of amount. So in critical situations like this is what we've been doing. So I think those that matter in the current government now can invite suppliers and ask them to undertake the supplies, which they can easily do because as I speak with you, suppliers via or items or in the warehouse, but because Obie nim acquire how I ever first delivered no. And untina a yent be fed and I'm receiving calls from most of the headmasters from Ashanti region, from Volta region, I'm more complaining said you are anymore. But I think it all boils down to the transition period. Mind you, one of the good things about our relationship with this free SHS policy is that government doesn't give us money.
Really?
Government doesn't give us. Yes, government doesn't give.
So, Mebao, what is the chain of a year's supply? Momo far, more the comma buffer stock, right? And then the idea, Jimmy. Quick one. Listen. So this food matter. Say yanti and from your media can obaswa be but the whole issue is say. I don't know, Sika anywhere previously, the previous government knew to me into Omoka. So want to be a supply of the so much supply. And a transition moment in Suntino, almost Sikana armor, and Kolanosu be a school. Time when I prepared the aqua a presidential inauguration. So you can see within that time, Obiani now, where we some Meko, where soon appointed in Crawford. Anyway, of course, about of Gagu, where they are fatter and a high argument. Network in the high argument. So quick one, bon for my.
In time, my pastor say, you may be there. I was a buying the freight suppliers. Now, or almost say, almost and then call. Now, make as you say, the relationship we have with the PSHS and they say, young, first you can't say, and Cassa, young supplying a man. A friend is saying, Fanya Manqua. Miko Pesica, and Miko Bobusia, Echo Fanya Manu, Echo deliver. Later, I buy it to America. And sometimes it's me channel, a big 3 months, 4 months, a big 2 years. Why wouldn't I was say, they dance, say, Sika. Mino Cassa, a cat crowd, a woman, and a vampire say, yes, I bet you.
So to cut it short, no. The current situation, no, and the previous incidents, our education sector, suppliers need to answer and count musika. Is that the issue?
Oh, many can say the suppliers will be or Monsanka or Musika.
Okay, so shortage no.
Participants like actors of the policy. Actually, we are suppliers. Sika, suppliers. Sika, on Papa Suya, Kokobia, and T. Sika. You want them every bit maker, but yeah, Bob, I also a document who I could share the oral team because ya tete Sika, ya tete supplier. Say, me the Yamako. Na Mako deliver. What so Misika over 1 year? One now bet you Americano. Now what to me 1.7 million say what check here no. Yamano na and yet the right weight. Now Unkalane this Yamane you know what check away. And Penifona Fakwan Ponesto ever say DSC. Now yeah why one just we back on oral team. Now baby a problem baby a born a bebo.
Me tie Kwasi Kwatin on City FM. Now say almost media aduane for SHS for like 2 weeks supply.
I know the one answer media and no crap because me do ka say aduane bi any school. Into 2 weeks no omo hand over that by Monday. And a Saturday no more hand over that Monday.
I don't know.
And it's 3 days, you might have 2 weeks, 3 days, and there's no food in the schools. There's no food in the schools. It's better we don't play politics with this free SHS thing. The issues must be spelled out, the problems must be spelled out, and solutions. That's the only way we can find solutions to the problems we are talking about. One thing that Anka 2 minutes, me commenting on is the current government is proposing to decentralize the free SHS. It could be it's a laudable idea. I think it's a problem. It's a solution to cure the mischief. Also food delivery, But I dare to say that it does not entirely solve the problems of food delivery, because your problems are one pa kwalane diane omudia caterers anye diane a kwanya caterers etifaso eye diane no na ye se ehwe. So what say odi aduane no ano e de koma headmasters procurement of food items e koma headmasters on matter on locality. What you are doing is that you are worsening the problem, because the headmaster already buys fish, or tomatoes, or tin fishes. So my brother, you are correct there. Or the 30% of only the 30% of the procurement. It's our video now circulate to social media now and number nimuno headmaster no and ono na said yeah say ono to aduane no, but it's our aduane na video na ye no. Do we find fish in the soup that have been fed our children with? Do we see ye who say enam nim nkosi anim? So if you want to solve the problem of free SHS, and His Excellency Dramani Mahama may say or can say we need a sustainable funding. It answers and cures all the mischief. It has nothing to do with decentralization. Meaning, me say what the aduane toyi koshe headmasters in Ansah bebre affiliated to political parties, MPP and NDC. Inti ekodutama 1 month aduane shorty e wa Ashanti region, Eastern region. Na school for no enye aduane ndi. Headmasters na the news in the back abonte say free SHS because headmasters need to be political. Inti any attempt of the opposition element to frustrate the policy and make it unpopular, say policy name koyeno. Sir, they will be the government will be giving them the opportunity. This I want to say 30% now more no. On my end saying and I could say. Meaning, say 1 month to do me ya the contract no mammy, ya mammy scassa me cottage and in brow. Because both we see and I'm the aquashim. Headmaster no ultimately could both we see and fan shims. I buy a money car. I buy soon any scheme. It is a the contract in the command headmaster, so Mukotiani, now Bosome soon headmaster now, yes, and for 20 anena. Headmaster, I know we are sure, sir. obey din.
Okay, so where's another discussion? You know, here under this new administration eba for our proposal, and I think you need to find time and come to studio. Then we need to discuss it thoroughly. Na enye Mate of Kwaku. Mate, me da se bebre. Obia send me message or say we can't allow people to buy from Accra and transport it to Dambai. Yes, that's all. That's all.
It makes no sense. And
yaw. Me de me nuano ye futuo ni kwa na yetu.
yo.
Immigration service for ye recruitment awachna. Womo afrefre MPP for ni bi. Am ye say Matesi ye say boys say migration service watchna womo come reception wo. Me de say mate say immigration for no be jai sa de no omunyai ema new administration no and start system no omu at the crown person omo ye sa na mate wan hwe ocha no omo akọ buni pepra no o media me de odo ani nyamesam ena maka
empanifo se afutuo nsakire nipa
eje se so hwe o
ah what is mo pemo so hwe dia se ne mo a
immigration service watchra mo headquarters no se mo peneto empene no a if you don't like it burning and frying
and
roasting. If you don't like it roasting and frying and boiling, if you don't like it roasting and boiling,
yes,
but if you want roasting and boiling, well, because boys na ni abre. Yes, what immigration? You neither roasting
or boiling.
So quick one on this food matters. Quick one.
I think say the whole idea about free was wrong from the very get-go. Oh, say, Bibiano, Bruni Free Bibi procedure. Yet the procedure and a session your mama a way payo. And it say, oh, share the education sector. No, na enya dream bonnet and a bar nipa binum trim say, omo pese, omo capture the state by making sure say they are able to privatize almost every public institution by way of giving themselves the contracts and allowing for maybe their cronies and just a few others to benefit from the system. Kora Sebi, from time immemorial, Yenina Sebi, Yoko school, no, what pertained na ubia nim se until very recently the status quo no was say suku bia more administration and they provided for food. That is when students of the institutions were paying for fees. Now there came a time aban ye say obema awofo ekomu adwo mo wabra omo ebetimi aye atua aduane ka na omo amankofo akọ supply. Kwaba, sometimes there's this whole thing about how people say the private sector is the engine of growth to every economy. Now, procedurally, you can still get to the same activities going on, having suppliers supply the schools with foods and still taking money. But the hard dream party to say, meeting crying, Makwaji buy contract, say me supply foods. Ewo schools are any cry ha. And I had the contract na mami. Contract na de mami no. A pre-finance and I make up refinance. And so in the end, the expectation is that me a me di misike kwa akoya adwuma ne de was say me nyamfa sobum. Because you don't expect say me di misike be kwa akosha adwuma mu abra me nyamfa so. Enu nti no contract it gets very juicy sometimes. And a dad down conform or mukoji contract. Meanwhile, omo kwaji contract na ebia omunye from within the circles okwa because a contract is juicy you don't even care how payment comes. What you say now? Headmaster be making or dambai and I be a paga me think ha and a menya contract and a mebun kunta say oh say busumi bia kra me supply and yoma bia 10,000 by the close of the year no more 120,000 meboa enti madwe ye me say oh 120,000 kra bia na me so me fa so ewo mu kra bia be 120,000 ah. Enti why not let me do it like enti no sometimes aban no e da dankofo mo mo kwaje contract na contractors yi omo adwuma na omo ye titiriw ne say omo supply nnuane akọ schools ni mu no enyama ni bi wo ha sinto bi enkoye sinto ne so say wakọje aduane e de aba fast stock Ansah na omo no de aduane ni free enkran e de akọ schools ahodoom the microphone. So I think say the ekoba any say I was say aban ya abey ne hye ya ode agu akwan mu no eboa ema nhye ne entotoye na ekoso aban ba kunim no yesesa no the aban we hye no etienie also headmasters any heads of institutions are omo ena omo di enkola ne hwemu akotene no omo na ewo so omo to omo aduane na omo di feeding kola no na ebeboa ma nkola na nya quality food bio ebesa aboa ma nkola no enso so say aduane ebe shorto ana say shorto no say headmaster na supervisor a ebe enyoma bia ebe kwa abasahare so na say headmaster here middleman say obe supply food aba institution ni mu a what happens is ono headmaster no ene dey contract ne be kwa komobi na nipa kro no so contractor no still remains in the equation. Just that this time on ko buffer stock for her. What you say? It is a buffer stock na aban dada no e yusu de bokro no. Ya yetie yenue no o ka eho asem se omu yusu esa buffer stock no ne sa nneoma no ai e de gigi omu sika no o chirechire mu no. Sa de ni ho a ebema kitasehye ne proye no ne dwirim ne kankan no ni nyina afiri ho enu nti no eni kwansi adwin sa aban dada no ye bibia na eye bibi oye bia na enye ena Jomahama abasa oba beresete no because sebi kwabransa wo hwe se oba ku school na there's a promise say be man aduane adi na promise na yɛsɛ yɛde bɛma no aduane adie no it turns out sɛ aduane na yɛde bɛma no no ɛnyɛ aduane papa anaasɛ ebi kura wɔ hɔ a ebi ni hɔ mpo na wɔanya bi adi ɛba saa na ɛha adwen nti mɛsrɛ sɛ akyea na emuyɛ sɛ mpanyinfoɔ sɛ ɛɛdɛ kyerɛ akasa bɛbuo nyinaa
listo wɔn asɛm na wɔka no about aduane na nkɔlaa ne die no wonim sɛ akɔlaa biara apɔmuden affect the way a n'adesua ɛteɛ.
That's true.
The way a the brains na function etumi ɛte teachers for ase etumi krampo settle in mind esua ade no kra no aduane
what you eat is who you are.
Yes, because me kai say first no na me wo GSS na mo hostel. It means that one kasa na wo beto aduane.
So now you bother.
Na me nya border na ye de
a school na
there be border na ye de school provide mamo no. But
now hostel.
We hostel. It's you know me na me to me ben kwa nopa, me to me koko. Enti na emu ya den. Enti time na me buy ya me bedu presec no na dey say me bedu paradise. Because look at more than 25 years ago. Now we school, na say woody o breakfast jam ka ho, margarine ka ho, granite paste ka ho, even chocolate spread the crack ka ho at that time. Sundays crack na yedi yogurt. Na in there you see ya ye niam ye bibia ye from bibia ye fefefe. Na see to me provide aduane papa emfa man kola ni India. What kind of microphone na wo ni omo edin sa wo so hwe me ni ayepe honorable ayepe ekusha wo program bi so singamoko osibi mi yo ni brefo na sa de tia me yes answer me selfish na say the phrase saba na eboa ni padodo a adan na yemia ye ho kakra bi na aduane ankola de bedi ne yan so yentumi ntonfa man kola no
we otiwiase
onim say sada no eto me so just say eyemi wonwa na me ka say imagine say onim say phrase Jessica we sasem ye ka we the last time wa auditor general's report onim say eka bia ni wonom a according to budget na Ministry of Education budget for na sika ne aye assign for the whole project no almost spending more than budget na a really? Yes, they have overspent. Meanwhile, Sikano soon could do for me. Imagine so the budget of 2 billion. Say no be yusu, and they providing a Diania Mancolano. And I buy a Sikano from the fund. Sikani ni hobby you. After the almost supplies in so Omonsanso and Kaniamano. Emma in Tiomka. Mom da coffee Diana Diaba. Now, dear Yanni say, Nanado are buying with some of the bad things are or yet a man for and the fact say obievu notice oye Indian me obi kanasem yem bone chem so se only ni nyadwen an yeko ka kire oyere wodam untumi nka obabia obadwam da because on wo nyadwen unim say da ye to abawie ye pe adechi ya na Charles heads of assistant ifo no omo ba bonten ebe ka kire yen say sana omuto nyina na aduane ne akade kro omudi manage school no kura bi ni oba yesem omunka yesem omunka na bobie mi makọ me wo fase ewo school bi won kra ha ya free PTA meeting ye call here headmasters for no unim minimum ni pochom sa communication gimmick no omba begina onu mu no ma be catch all the problems and challenges omuko mo be catch say o ye hia sei na ye sremo enu de nya by force tio no be catch am say enu de ye na ye catch am say mo obibia metum de aboa yen am de mo fam boa yen mi wa no omuso omutimi sanso sisu dua nka nkire ye say free SHS inti no everything is supposed to be free into ya na normal patch o esi o ye ni your computer say you are buying my ba obetumi aboa yen abayen ka say mo fa sika mbra me wa no mo appealing for fans e wo the same platform ni so gigi sika wonim say say am no ka say awofo and the free SHS ade a mo nka nkyere wo dia ni young people ni kasa wonim banku your students omuko school na nsia first ni ye ko dining hall a ye mom ni ye de banku efi dining hall ni ye de bi akofie akọ dormitory akọsie and nkrofo kasa ko school a omo de banku more than bucket mienu na omo de akọ school na omo ti school mu onu mu a instead some be focus on their books ya kira ma de classroom nyina no na omo dream banku na ocho box mu ho no no ko e be fa so banku ne hu
so ade ne nyina na say minua not to cut you short it seems say o share information enya free other areas purely skasem
sika ne nya de aban ni o de nkrofo adi wa aban mu o ma fa man nkrofo no o kaskasem ma ite say o man no wa kire no sika ne de ye twet wo no budget ne ye di bankrofo no mo ye supplies na ese mo sika ne fa sika na nko. That's the challenge. Intimino kasa se see uni coordinators of school feeding any omo supply ni kasa they will tell you say omo running out of stock omo to me supply no enye say aban we because of transition no aban need to me fan ba enti headmasters na de bia dodo na no omo de omo kotodwe egu form no ma sresre suppliers no omo de aba enti all of these things have been happening in the system where creative problems at the man crofo inti omu to me kasa Bobie me see uni some of the coordinators of school feeding kasa o me catch say sika any supplies no emba na oni omo kasa so be bomb three so one say most of them were politically affiliated and inclined. And when the things were going bad, net na platform we so near catch them say nyaman koyi no mut omum any year train. Unim say ye to abawie ye no. At the following week na school feeding mame phone nyina come no bomu. And no mobile Ministry of Finance say doka. Yeah. And ye bi so mo say adan na dada nyina man come so mo ye party font ye se mo nkasa.
Okay.
So we a party for you catch them some monkasa. Me wonder again in Koye and Yama say. Now him say Nana do a buying way almost synchronize a consolidate almost everything in the education sector. Unim say Omo buy madam ye. Omo check country nimu into 6. And when it comes to supplies, Omo in the northern sector, middle belt, south, east, west, in Omo check. And a girls 6 be girls and my was 6. And we are in charge of inclining Talia Niama. Na Menoka say, Sika, our jury. I'm telling you, you will be shocked. And to them say, Adiana first, a young liberal, young van to say, Bobie, me to me walking to SHS, na many headmaster, Ako Kati say, oh, headmaster, me so me printing, and I juma me ye, me to me supply more, Nanke, I can't want some mercy more. Omo jini nyina no mo de ma abusuafo no mo nanfofo no mo amaka nyina mo nko na mo
omo gas fo
mo nko na mo fa mo
omo
encourage. That's what they did.
Anyway, live on 100.5 Rush Energy drink me pacho ema ebusu wo energy level no ema timi ye adwuma papa Tabia Herbal Center omna de tabia heba mesha aba na tabia heba capsules so de papa hey tabia correct pa crack the new asem tabia heba mesha tabia heba capsules Ghana for was what dia ba empumdintia sima mesia basesia.
Number one everywhere you go. Big go. For the friends and the family. Big go. Big refreshing moment. Big go. For the kids and the adults. Big go. refreshing moment.
Beagle Drink. Big refreshing moment. Another quality product from Trillium Industries. This advert is FDA approved.
Now me say, a free brand who the beer we are active, very strong and energetic.
We are 100%. Na nyina ne sadeɛ me hwɛ me ni padua sofa na deɛ boa me mama hoɔden mama timi kɔ bada ɛne tabia zanika heba mister
tabia zanika heba mister what do you want dance here kyerɛ me
ho dance deɛ ɛnyɛ wo nko me de dawuro na ato so na media kyerɛ nipa mpempem tabia zanika heba mister ma to ne din nyameama sa wonom a ɛmɛnkwamu a ɛwɔ nipadua no mu a yɛfrɛ mu asogyafoɔ ɛyɛ wide blasters na hoɔden enti nipadua no nya hoɔden soronko kutia yare ahodoɔ bebree enti wontaa nyare enti na da me yɛ strong no ɛyɛ general well-being of the body enti yɛ adwuma ɛwɔ nipadua no akɔ no mu baabia
me a metumi hu ɛne ɛsɛ abusua biaa hia
ɛyɛ abusua nkyɛmfa sɛ obi de ne ho to tabia zanika heba mesa so a ɛden sɛ ɔbɛyare na ɛnyɛ na ɛwɔ baabia tonto aduro biaa hyɛ no nso sɛ obi a wonya mfinhyia dumienu apemfoɔ ɛne abaatan a ɔma ɔmanofoɔ ɛntimi nom bi FDA ahwehwɛ saa adwadeɛ nkratoɔ mu agye atumi sɛ ɛyɛ
Starter, it's too far to dance. Oh,
what? Try is with the market women.
Everybody can do what he does.
Be bold, be you, be you. Be bold. Be you. Charlie, be bold. Oh, chairman, be you. Brothers and sisters, be bold. This year, be you. Let's go. Be bold, be bold, be you, be bold, be you.
Rush Energy. Be bold, be you.
Excessive drinking can be detrimental to health. Not recommended. Persons under 18 years, lactating mothers, pregnant women, and people sensitive to caffeine. This advert is FDA approved.
Hey, say, dear Mako, Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. No, who crack me, sir, and Winty Nomania Award, a word bestie, Obian Transit Emma Dumpemia, dear Casse, and Assam Boya, dear, and Canon to them you.
Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. A senior want to say, near Kuro Etuno, near Ankang Ewananum, Obana Bemo Power, and Yarwankaye.
Nancy Mamekase, and Espana Cod Ekayeno. Greenfield Adarumenti, and was our Solejan and also APM.
Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Our ultra modern laboratory. And a diagnostic machine, sir. I should show the Pediadi Mwankasa. Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Ewa Nungwa Dogon, Estate Junction, last stop. Frewa 0243 983 906 and 0261 651 898.
Greenfield.
God is our healer.
Greenfield.
Your last stop.
I believe.
Salute. Hey. When we send your police in your draw, Imbusaba Mesa Amama Huaden.
Refuse to grow. Any offense will be count.
And what day immune system or Yankopon, and you're ready for Grandmusa Moya Hubano, and Nasa Wunum Imbusaba Mesa, a Peja immune system Nabribia. Ya Rientimu. Sasa dear, a month for the one, the Imbusaba Mesa, Dronua dance say, and Yarwa who ran Nipa and Nina Etimi Banaso, and in Yarwa Cassian Kaya Wutini D and a Honka. No, Yamwa suing you know, a way who buying every home. And now I'm pa, one dada, no monum doctor in Rono, and num Imbusaba Mesanoa, and Momo who are deep in tea. Ya Omuntim Pose, Yaria Esomo, Imbusaba Mesa, and walk Kaisi, and you are may move Bia Yato in row, at to form friend 0246 20 8496. FDA, Ashisha said, Jadian Cratry, my Jatu say,
give us P capsules, a memory, Manum Bia Benemua, can in Betutu and Minkumabua, say, dear, the true SL Kum, give us P capsules. Give it to me, baby. Give us core capsules as well. And man, Memena Coco Yadie, Sisiadie, a mamania yam Timotete woman, Yadruno, Manumbi, a mama demme home. Give us core capsules, Mrs. Simoye Ding. Give us core capsules. I give it to you, baby. You give it to me. Oh, yeah. Hey, give us in row. A man need your bebusiemu papa. Na Bemaka give us P capsules. And they give us core capsules, Bomunum dia. Na any genia hodeno. Wabrudo. Give us P capsules. And men are what if you do what you do, Cronkwan, Efa. Give us core capsules. A pain for a batter, one more menu for an inquadawin if you do me nuncahu. And what draws to beer, motophone, give us Herbal Center, Teshi Mobile, and a Teshi Adriami. Phone numbers 0543 222 470 and 050 68
FDA, Aje, a dreading cratui atu.
All right, live on Accra 100.5 Citizen Show. We are back here. Ansah na metro man peninfono. You will call be a friend or more positive, transparent, and accountability movement Ghana. And President Mura Ebenezer K. Havo and Ora Rashid Issa as the Vice President. Then we have Mr. Ravdel Delano Apatu, Director of Operations, and Ora Alfred Kojo Tradels, on the Executive Member, Positive Transparency and Accountability Movement. On my petition, the Office of the President and Flagstaff House about Jane Mensah, say Ekwebiasuno, say Mrs. Jane Mensah. Edane Nakonya eto. So grounds for the petition: one, financial loss to the state, issues about creation of a constitutional crisis, misconduct and abuse of public office. So then other issues are raised. How warane electoral commission office breach of code, conducts and other stuffs. So Boba and then the presidency so AJ signed that they have received it until we know that the presidency will start working on this petition against Jane Mensah and said the mekai no quite be brought for dolly and quite be no if you run to a kremobetu. So positive transparency and accountability movement Ghana the Omo Anu December die presidency and I think says Seminstro Meka say we need the first year petitioner Ora John Mahama started na memo akọ na so. So we are watching and yebehwe how ombesi go about it dealing with the matters raised. So Nana Akwaba bio Divine Akwaba Divine let's pick issues from Niema Ghana experience under the previous administration. There be a new administration and also a new appointment aba Ora Atofersen Ayenin and friends Ayenin and Jinapo on energy matters. Then quickly Orama also any industry players next year. Say Nkomayes said that prosopa MPP for so any abron pa say on be mo bia to say John Mahama and the Dumso eba. So and you free last year previous administration. Now ya the ababe ura samre mu your expectations from John Mahama and administration any new appointment. We don't mind. So all the year electoral commission petition on Jane Mensah from positive transparency BFMA. So fine. Pacho yantu mumna.
Medase. Maminchia eti4.
Na time 2020.
Matiase. Na minchia wankasa so ne production team so. Na chese show ne de agent na how ha saying chese be bia be fa bia obia say na ma one na wia de ni nipa obetumi no agina mu awia ketekete we nti me bo ne production team abaso ejiso na unim obi amesha say fi die to aba ne wie unim say ade ba ko a mashada aya konchine adanya nkopon ase e wo ho ne say we bring it to an end an error yembo mpaye say yabakosem mu a yetinkwemu ene yenchirima ebeba daache no sa experience ya yenya ye andana na kufu ado aban we no obi bia enhia bi da ma not never in our history bio na ebe shia amemu fun amemu tantan basabasa say ewo omanga na we mu na me de ade ba ko ne say Ghana nchene ne Ghana aduane ye me de na na mabɔ me tiri mu pɔpaa sɛ nkanyankopɔn amfa fie ne ɛto aba wiewie ɛna ye declare Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia sɛ ɔno no yɛ president of Ghana nanka melusu me gidie a me wo ɔman Ghana mu nyinaa no mahu sɛ majority of Ghanaians are fools, because it will not make sense say mesa yakomu nyinaa ne nneɛma bɔne a yakomu nyinaa na Ghana foɔ ɛbɛtena ase na mbɛkɔkɔto aba ɛde ama Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia na ɔde ahyɛ na Akufo Addo anyonyam de a then it means sɛ yɛkɔyɛ anase yɛ
sɛ ne
nnwuma pɛnti na me ade a ama me gidie a mahu sɛ Ghana will rise and become strong and great again and they say me wogidie say abato atu the outcome actually say nipa dodo no sabi o majority of Ghanaians are smarter than the very few. Majority of Ghanaians in Jimmy sabi o madwimu da honum and they know what is good for themselves. And when the mama gidie say Ghana ebe ye bio Ghana ebe gina ne nanso afa ne to ma pefra senke to aba enaka Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ene yesi ya be declare the president me nka be tuko afi Ghana ha si me ko amemba bio se me hwa kire kra because na chese oman na chinsem oman no enye ye bio banyame nchade God has brought an end to an error na ye na Akufo Addo error na ye oni na be de akire no yakopon esane omo kra afie so na onim me ade ba ko a the President John Dramani Mahama win election we me major issue enemy concern pan say never NDC and John Dramani Mahama His Excellency should never think say Ghanaians see him say he has some special magic wand to be and I say to Abama because of our special trait to be and I say because of the fact say obuhuni say oba be ye bibi stronko gidi bi ade bi enye sa one first and foremost the entire Ghana for to aba and the man President John Dramani Mahama and he say the sins and the evils of Nana Akufo Addo ne Bawumia no has whitewashed all the nyama in the past now and now compare the stewardship of John Dramani Mahama and Nana Akufo Addo utimu say a boy brown ben crowd utimu say Nana Akufo Addo dia ne dia ko ta and una Ghana po agina so no makokoto aba amana John Dramani Mahama say on be take akonya no me dia mesre ne say on taking the time onya abotre there's no pressure man for pressure antone so kra man pressure amba ne so me throw open letter bi e de command no now one of the things I'm highlighting here and say he should carry Ghanaians along amemo na obebu ni nyina no on carry along ya bibi hu bia na expect say oba beye one eniema na Akufo Addo ye no hu tie to abetia na ye pese be hu omachi bi no mom be repeat those mistakes.
That's all.
The kind the exhibition of arrogance of power. They look in our faces no more can some phone chirayen. See now you know unim say it me I've never questioned my dream at a point say ebia my dream no my brother mo ana say bi onyansa na say bibi e correct ana it was just and Nana Akufo Addo about when I'm to meet trasia na me dream say I'm a genius ana because sometimes they look into our faces some of the things they tell us you ask yourself say ade omu bu ya si a genius ana ye nyina ya kokwan ho ya si brodo e 2 cedi ya koto wie yo mba ya mo si da bia 1 cedi ne ya ka fo nkyere
ma memfa we ntwam Nana ne divine also make immigration assembly
yeah
me ba cho say na ye and then 9th, then right on the 8th, then right on the 8th. So there is this document from National Security dated 8th January 2025. Your Minister of National Security.
Right now, say I appoint you is a committee, sir, a 5-member.
So can they do can they issue letters on behalf of the National Security Minister?
There is no minister.
The
Omo nominate
are
you
yet to go through vetting.
So can they sign that? Can the chief director issue a letter on behalf of Minister of National Security?
No. Because
chief directors are always at post.
No, they're always at post, but on behalf of the minister.
Maybe I send you.
Okay.
Obe to me, Ebi Asenke letter or no throw in his capacity as the director. And all the my instruction are fine, but not on behalf of the national security. Because one said it's on the 6th of January, and President John Dramani Mahama appointed National Security Committee. And all the Omutu say immediately I hand you over. And those people who will be in charge of your security into of our interior for ni biwomu and of our defense for ni biwomu. And una Kofi Boachemo, sa committee. And una Kofi Boache also. And una Prosper Bani, any Bebulo Late Munina Gusono. Until that, they are in charge. It's a ministerial letter be.
So you see, if you look at the funnel, or say, or sign for Minister for National Security. You don't have a Minister for National Security.
That is what I asked.
So it cannot be the case.
That is the question I asked.
No, it cannot be.
Okay, so I have this document here. There are 2 page. And one Ambassador Sena Sian Boatin, Chief Director, on a sign. And almost a shall see Frinra. The on Chief Director and one authority. We shall see posting Crawford to different places. So Oshewe ya Seraphine Emefa Lawson wa post no kwatema port into Osha area. I say I write to inform you that you have been posted to the Tema Harbor with immediate effect. You are therefore requested to submit your handing over notes to your supervisor upon receipt of this letter. By a copy of this letter, the security liaison officer of the Tema Port is kindly requested to confirm your assumption of duty to the human resources. And now the problem yet in say the nipa no beko akosini so no omo a directing no say ohia sa Sarafina no ewo port wo Tema ho. And now people at the national security to air question Sena Sian Boatin say how come all of a sudden Obian settled down. He's doing postings. After the so no akra ko fan nkrophobia ba say obeform national security and he's issuing letters to them.
Alright, it's an illegality. You can see from the letter that or sign for Minister of National Security.
Yeah.
Now, do we have any Minister for National Security?
And what TV shows said this government will appoint a Minister for National Security.
Because we often NDC hasn't appointed any Minister for National Security before. So how do you know how John Mahama is going to constitute his government? You are jumping the gun. It's an illegality. It must not be heeded to. In fact, transfers, promotions, recruitments and all that are not supposed to even happen until the government does it. The new government does it. What must I say? You cannot transfer, you cannot appoint, you cannot recruit, you cannot. So all those things, if you look at the Transition Act now, it is
but so in this case, why is the chief director Boatin in hurry?
No, he should be in a hurry because he wants to be dubious.
Taking of that to kindly acknowledge receipt. There is official respondents on record. No, we are silly doing it.
2 wrongs will not make any right.
Okay, we shall see. My main came was a Bruno regional communication officer be Ora Chasakuwa. Honorable Kawa.
Correct number, honorable Dabe.
Pastor Minia
Mpo Jam City be a yum myself. Oma Abo Medin Yamba Mutin Slow.
Pastor Yanko.
enti asamwa me can say President John Dramani Mahama, yeah, man, the pressure. He should just carry us along. And one thing I say, a year I shall say, more yes snobbish. Say, Bibiaba, Nagana for air drawn attention. Ya. Mon buy and say, John non snobby asem, no to fool my end. This is a neck of to fool my end. Oh, Honumwa, no catch us all quite, obey to me, I acquire quite. And a Nakufado bet to me, I don't know, sorry, no, and you know, the Nakufado posture now or portray ya now for behind your shoe bushino. And none of the ministers for no so sorry, I no more can phone train in a pobet me a catch us say school, who needs to be said you a janambia, Moka Moko Yengu Robamu, Namungurin for dinosaur.
I'm for complaining about free SHS, Kufado Koji microphone, I was sending up for Abako private school.
It is hard the Yanubi and a President John Dramani Mahama. And I trust to say, on one yes, sir. Insida. Sabi o sanyo ye ne niama no mingi ni say obetumi aba no aba be lord ne ho over us. And now you know me aban we ya be I wish say one thing na omo be ye be taking very seriously a communication. Omo communication department no as a so omo hwa ho yie. Dey ti ameka sa ne say won say ade a MPP fo no omo gina so a omo de ko opposition akotena se ne say Ghana fo encheni ye refi nti no omo gidie ne say omo boni omo de nyina no enche bia Ghana fo rebefi no omo de atata NDC but me say constantly even if it will take somebody or the leadership of NDC to publish all the ills, see they should put it on record because as I say in Chirima Baba Dachini Kai Ehu Boni Omedi. Because otherwise, if we had documented what they did against Kwame Nkrumah in the past, what they did against the CPP, Minji Nisa forever in the life or in the history of this country, no, Obibada Jones or Koto about Ediama, the UP tradition. Say a documentary and because imagine, I don't even want to belabor the point and then even me microphobia look so good, but look at some of the people like your convicts for treason, for trying to assassinate criminals. Total bombs, and now your heroes are your name streets and things after them. If you had documented, imagine me ba na me be catch them say it should be on record. Say me ba or Mampenyi bi bagana. Or you sue $58 million. Edited theater chair, pillar nim. Iron Road Unim. As I say, it should be on record. We should let our children. Then I say the communication department should put on record for reference. Say, a baby by a hospital be see her and she assembly by BBNC at Renchambia by or Eco Tree Hospital Niguye or Sansu essay or initiative agenda 111 there's hospital. Saba Kono Krano Pujiguye, one Sansu fan shemu. It should be on record. We should also let Ghanaians know say Bushafo buy a privatizing energy sector them on home. LGG sika for months. Sika ni to me accounting for. Yen to me so and baby scan war. As say it should be on record. As say it should be on record. Say one day I buy the whole country almost on contaminated fuel at the Mayan without thinking about your cars. Can you imagine? Nina, as say it should be on record. Ghanaians should not forget. We should also not forget to say Minister be obaya Ministry of Finance, Minister of Finance, or no any party for a demonstration, Tianoa, almost your mumpeno, and so Chira also at the Nisi Mubio because not a Yabushasem. We should also continue to remind Ghanaians to say for family and friends, I can't say and pet and untino, not President John Dramani Mahama, the Busha for one, the Busha for two a woman. Gabi mu de omo de more than 150 begu mu a omo ka kire say omo de omo nananom e wo nyansa de omo ko school yen nananom agimi into omo wo nyansa chen yen esese e remind Ghana for ne ekoso ka kire omo enti sa ne ma wo nyina ye ne ma mi pese en na ye ti ha ye ka say na ye ba be ka say ye be yi yani ne yen bobon nsam no su pempen enka ba ne say e na sabi obi a wadi nsamfu aka nkwasasem na ono wo temerity the guts to come and tell you about the challenges we are having in the energy sector. Then Then no sani pakroni no huntina no kati say o man light was so light for 8 years. And then mitie Herbert Crapper.
Very annoying, eh?
na who the 8 years create problems e dey among man Ghana asɛn nneɛma ama bibi agye nsɛm awie a who their party na oba ye in less than 48 hours ne say on fixing no jai dey there. And they have set out a lot of landmines like traps, almost set traps because they knew what they were going to do. Nakawo Nana Kufuado what be catch us when Jessica Botany billions of dollars I down no more $95 million I dey better fool and they are solving a problem no because of person bro. Ghanaians should not forget. NSA remind you of Sabambi by Onu Nwandjin among for mu bibi odi ba e bia obey bia ye politics as usual politics ano buy no be nanka e ba ne say na uji di say asogli e supply power e de magana fo nyina e ko efie mu ye ni MPP power wo mu ye ni NDC power wo mu now the car oba no be bisa wa so farmer no because onye ska odi back of MPP NDC for mama win election and to went to na u jam sa so e Ghana ni business. All of these things we must continue to remind them. And see a Ghana for who's a baby buyer in the history of this country. No peshi. You know me election e ko nyina de ba ko me de any the fact that hey John Dramani Mahama power mo nyeshi under the fact that you fight against state capture. Na keti o memu ha say e be sorry one day 12 years 16 years to come na nka ya chin fo nko na all the institutions ye omo dia ye be banana na kufa do na busuafo omo na energy sector omo control omo na omo control media omo na omo control railway transport system na ko magini nyina abo so nya hwom saa hey ene nke kwa na say by me that alone gives me that excitement that euphoria and say you see anu ya babidu me the minister and me expectations ewo John Dramani Mahama amembo we nyina ne say ye ko anim no media me say enye bibi huhu bia na expect from him see enkoyi a o magana fo simple say ye de to ha because unim say unim bobie o the observation bi on say MPP for nankasa communicators no social media guys no anything they try to post about Mahama bia no you see some generic response will be from the public. Everybody is against them that Omunja Mukasa Munja Papa Maninya Juma. Who themselves the people Ghanaians themselves are fighting for Mahama because they know the bad things you people have done. Me the can say, see, Senkoya, unim the real state of the nation no address no. Ese Mahama any ya. Ese so obey. Ese so obey no catch point to point. Sikaka balance and in your maniama mudia see odonka because the say anim say assign in your tomano sanke nkayadea ye gidi say system na na kufa do agya no ye papa na kaya to abawe ema ye nchemu kese sa na kembe mama be yo yakukuru Ghana nyina de amano it shows say we believe us ade na aginsem man mama be kokwasa no mo be tese o omo na ebusuafo no bi edidi nkomo because ye nim plan bi ankofo bi afa I tese o ye namfo wo mu mo namfo mo ya fa me man Mahama be ma father for ya to aba man so me father onye father ye se o mebu man ye se o mbe gi o man ni nsuo nipa boni ni bia wadi o man ni boni bia mo me father ye see mo mbe ye tese owo abadaye adia na na kufa do mra o yusu yo didi boni o tutu si di tutu ani no se samra na o ho na ye aduma dia Mahama fan tutu intestines.
Listen, quick one. So positive, transparent and accountability movement on Jane Mensah. Alright. Eja. Wait with the appointment since I won.
Mamini kaima yemia no more omwenya appointment as cabinet ministers. Miensa edi miensa ba ura Dominic Ayeni, doctor. Na memo ura atuforsen and ura edi mirefi
Jinapo
John Jinapo memo omunyina abasuna memo omutirinkwa na kwabra se era no miensa ya bo mudin omo se fata papa enye se fata kwa nsompo ntina se biye bo mabaso sanse omo ɛwɔ nea yɛhwehwɛ no bi ɛwɔ mu na sɛ nipa no nyinaa nipa a menhyɛ da mmɛn ne da ɛyɛ owura ayeni. I've always admired him from afar, even though I understand say parliament one say you know say one open a doctor of law one open a PhD in law mewa say nipa the whole parliament and MPP in Suni will be otisa. It's just for the records. Now ora atu forcing so enim de wo finance mu akwa chire papa nti I think say ora Mahama he has begun well, and I think say so far no why are there you go so aye wa twen ye mu say o my 14 days say what be in the cabinet ministers nti ye go so yeah twen say obey the esefata. He is not a man in a hurry, like Akufo-Addo came saying he was in a hurry, no. But he is a man, you know, very ready to execute the campaign promises or the begu okwem. Titru the Bosha or the share Ghana for. And so I just believe, sir, as far as I know, he will deliver because he has begun well. So there were previous appointments, that of Godfather Julius Debra and Ora Callistus Mahama, and Auntie Valerie Sawyer. Now,
very solid woman,
Felix Ofuzukwachi. Although they say interim, he's acting. Okay, so and there's another person. I've forgotten. I'll remember. The boy Munina Basumo Munina Trinkwa. I think so. Ramahama appointments here. Oh yeah, bibi. Say, I mean, or more serious in life. I'll meet him in Ghana for a dinkita home. And on your so far, no, they have all proven themselves worthy of the cause. That said, Musa Yahon said, Ansah is it worth discussing? Because my dream is sometimes behavior in life na enuma bi wo ho a enimrɛ mu na otwetwe frɛ ne nkyɛn a obi nka sɛ puduo nhye o ti ase menim de nti a saa FPU ka ya esi ne junction su da so si ho o ti ase menim de nti a wo sɛ Ansah ɔne nam Ghana ha na soja ni di n'akyi. If all these things are redrawn,
and yes soja ni o soja 4 plural, yes singular.
Okay, Martin,
Asradom.
Mike. Ne bag ni.
Fufu kromo. Kona kwabrania yiri ne shirt egu ne kon wo fufu a. Na moto mu TV fra basa. Asa zana dampare ya odi be ya IGP hunu ya odi tiwe. Fufu nyina no wo. Enti no kwabra anyone be over, you see, the NDC should act with tact. What you say, and make sure say, withdraw sa soja for na umudi nechino. Na afi onu kwa sorry ano pano ne driver nam kromua na ohwe hawa krom for work come on na sa wo kai entontom ensembo no. Enya ayeye nipa entontom a ayi tontom a wako oko dwabo ase a okoye na obeka kye ne maame se maame enra anadome ko dwabo ase boy ense maame se ase mehutu na ne maame se he nipa ensembo enye ayeye enye nkamfo enye pe no mo pe wa asem ti na omo ye den omo bo omo nsem ma wo enti enema bi wo a me mpese me waste me breath for ho biem because okay akwabra ye wo aban bone ne ase no na ye nchechire mu bebre nyina akoye se nipa no kra no ye ntunefo na nipa ye ntunefo na sabi afutu nsa kire nipa je sen sohwe we ensohwe na beto no aya meguso a mebo mpaye se nananom ma ensohwe ntu ne kwam na nia na osusu magana fo no yakopon emma ne mfam na sabi se wuo na no opre oman na yakopon nom no na omwa no na se ne na o wehye maye no ebi nto no on kasa no nkoduma sum ntu ne kwam eye no me kasa me de egu ne so ena nwumre se ohwe yen na yen yese de na wodwen maye se yen yese bi sabi okwa kofa ba womia wei edna ba besi yeso because wo de akufo do wei aba be ma yen aye mampani wa bra ya nto aba ma no eti de na osusu maye bia yakopon ma ne mfam emma ne mpa ye nuru nyame animu da Seraphins ne ayifo no cherubim fo no omonye mpa ye no nkogu apum
Prince of Persia fo no mo awiem atumfo
emma ne mpa ye nuru nyame animu da yakopon emma abenedie empare no da se ne no obehima ye no yakopon nya ne sa kwabra we have had 8 years of slavery in the sense that kwabra enkwasum enye ade a sabio se ya be fa onomum e de wakoto dan bi mu a yese kosum ene kire se o ya akwa enye eno nko a na kire se obi konkwasom akwabra se uhwe emfie nwotwe free 2017 bepem eye January 2025 year 7th January 2025 year Ghana for yakonyo mamu papa eye enumu na asase no yedi koye se yaye bond Franklin Templeton ebeje yesika in the name of that fictitious story say Franklin Templeton omo aba beje sika na say omo ma a bond of 2.25 billion US dollars karakai
yeah my photocopy require
40,000 photocopy book runners yes photocopy require 40,000
so almost answer your whole party
yes omo your
whole jamboree
yes kara sa wo hwe sa scandal na buy na also who say Ghanaians were taken for slaves. I said the service slave master aba and then kuani yen no di yen ye din akodisika. I'm kind of surprised kakra kwabra because they na me ma dwenimu no na me hu no and I said they na me envisage ma the outgone government ne emu nipa no minyan tete ho popoye bia and mekra ra ho kakra isan say kwabna se wo hwe abenidi a Ghana fo adi and akufo ado ne nuanom kanoforiata da bia saoche da akon bomti akufo ado ai na no abu agum se de yede ayi no na wo hwe enyoma omudi efa mu Kofi Asante bedi etu anyame atua ne ka ya ne waye kontomire a wonam ho a oba ni na ebedi skai so oba no mo na diska ne so dia na esemu ara ohun na wo hwe nyoma akoso kwabna abusua wo ncheni na ye de enko wi abo ye na kwabna efiri ho ba wo mi abaye be ka che se ono soso apwa ewo ho dada asasi GPS eya akosi broni a onu fri America eba ye no so oba ba ye bibia ye friend plotting e ploto Ghana nyina on Google map ema GPS a omo de adwuma se na ebe ya omo soso no omo wa abanoni ba bia omo betimi ɛho deɛ ɛkɔ so with their satellites ɔmbɛyɛ yɛ a ɔmode ɛyɛ ɛho documentation ho hyehyɛeɛ nyinaa egu internet so sɛ obiara bɛtumi ayi so de ayɛ n'adwuma kwabena ansa na John Mahama aban ni ɛbɛguo no ɛyɛ 2016 no you remember sɛ na me wɔ Uber cars na ɛyɛ adwuma no kwabena ɛdeɛ na ɔmo de yɛ adwuma ɔmo use GPS no kwabena baabiara yɛ sɛ aha yɛ gyina yɛbɛtumi anya coordinates bɛɛ 10 because ɛyɛ square meter biara na ɔmo ama ne coordinate baako enti baabi akwabena ne square meter wɔ ɛne baabi a mimi deɛ wɔ ɛyɛ different enti aha yɛbɛtumi anya square meters bɛɛ 100 enti sɛ obi bɛyɛ vice president na under his auspices ɔkɔfa Jack where are you ba ɛde bɛbu Ghana for $2.5 million a kwabena I don't expect say aban wei ɛbɛyɛ nhwɛ han na wɔn atietie mpanimfoɔ ano te sɛ mate sɛ yɛsɛ ebinom kɔ korɔbea yɛrefi asante kɔtɔkɔ hɔ nana bondi ama mu so saa nneɛma no nyinaa ni kwan sɛ ɔmo tie biem da because sɛ menyini sɛ korɔbea bɛyɛ sɛ ɔkɔfrɛ panin sɛ o munya ama ne nka ɛyɛ saa na korɔbea nso pɛ sɛ ɔyɛ mambɔyɛ ni menyini sɛ korɔbea ɔbɛyɛ saa da ɔhene bie ni hɔnom ɛwɔ sɛ John Mahama sɛbi woka sɛ ɔhene akasa nti yɛtie woyɛ saa wo na abɛyɛ mambɔyɛ ni because ɔhene ne Ghanafoɔ ni kontabuo ɛyɛ wo na ne Ghanafoɔ wɔn kontabuo nti yɛbɛsrɛ saa ntoma a tafre wom ne ntoma a emu ohwam ne toma bie ni wɔnom ɛba a wɔbɛka asɛm a wɔbɛtie gye sɛ deɛ ɔmanfoɔ pɛ ɔhene bie ni wɔ so kyɛn Ghana mmara ɔhene bie ni wɔ so kyɛn Ghanafoɔ nyinaa ɛyɛ nidie ne sɛbi akorɔkorɔ ne ahoahoa a yɛhoahoa wɔn ɛna ɛma ayɛ sɛ duru baabi a na sɛ ɔmo yɛ titiriw nti no ebu wɔn nanso ɔmo nyɛ nipa nkyɛn Ghanafoɔ a sɛbi yɛ sika na yɛde agorɔ mɛdamase eti obi biara asɔfoɔ ɔhene o imam o bɛba wɔ anim sɛ wɔbɛpa kyɛw ama obi no ka kyerɛ nipa korɔ ne sɛ ɛnyɛ wo na woyɛ ɛyɛ Ghanafoɔ na asoma wɔ woyɛ somakorɔ woankɔ a Ghanafoɔ bɛtwi wɔ anim enti mɛsrɛ saa nneɛma no nyinaa no ɛnyɛ adeɛ a yɛde bu man obiara ɔbɛka sɛ otuufoɔ meka otuufoɔ because meka me kurom hene asɛm ɛnyɛ sɛ m'ani sa no m'ani nsa ɔhene m'ani ntimi nsa ɔhene da nti meka otuufoɔ a meka ma no akɔyɛ sɛ sɛ bi sɛ me kurom hene mpo me expect me nkɔka to gba afɛ dɛ no wabɛka sɛ makɔka igbefo asɛm because memfra igbe mam ɛna me nkɔka gama nkyɛ no wabɛka sɛ menyɛ nkrani meka otuufoɔ ayerɛfi asante kɔtɔkɔ san sɛ me deɛ ɛhɔ na mefiri na yɛ expectations kwabena scandals ne dɔɔso yɛ expectation ne sɛ orafoɔ no ɛma ɔmo mma sɛbi baako kura nwunu mfa wɔn nsa ase kwabena deɛ ɛbɛboa wɔn na megye di sɛ owura dɔm level ɛna ɛbɛtumi aboa ama saa adwuma wei ayɛ easier yɛwɔ adeɛ bi a yɛfrɛ no national forensic audit yɛ kwabena ɛno deɛ ɛbɛtumi aboa ma nsɛmisa atumi akɔ so ama sika no baako koraa ntumi nyira sɛ ɛbɛyira koraa ɛnyɛ dodoɔ na san sɛ utimi busa questions sɛ ɛfiri 2017 ɛbɛpem 2025 January aban sika a wogye yɛ ni nyinaa no yɛhwɛ buku mu no ɛyɛ ebi a sidi wɔ ha sidi wɔ ha no yɛbɛpɛ sɛ wobɛbu nkonta enyuma bɛn ɛna wode sidi wɔ ha no ayɛ nti aban mmra mɛkyerɛ adwuma a ɔde sidi wɔ ha no ayɛ dɛn ayɛ every government past or present ɛyɛ accountable to society ɛnu nti no sɛ Kufuor aban agu na obi yɛ minister for finance previous minister for finance wɔ Kufuor aban mu anaasɛ minister for energy te sɛ Matthew Poku Prempeh na Matthew Poku Prempeh no ɔyɛ education minister na aban ne pɛ sɛ ohu nkuntabuo no ne fapem yie a deɛ betimi aboa aban na ne sɛ ɔbɛyɛ forensic audit na yabusa sika no de omo de ye because kwabra I've always argued say if you look at how much Akufo-Addo and Bawumia borrowed na odi gunsani ani toto omampani Dramani Mahama ne 4 years per ne kra ho a you are able to say John Mahama 54 billion na obo besia in 4 years no eno ne Akufo-Addo 648 billion they say a chance but let's use that as the 648 billion no kwabra say me bu nkonta na yedi atoto ho a obe divide 648 by 54 no we say ewo mu maako 12 e je say bosia John Mahama ball no mfie 9 no Akufo-Addo ball saa bosia no maako saa dumienu kwabra efri John Mahama apenso eba Akufo-Addo apenso o de yemfa ne say John Mahama apenso no otimi ye akwan be se basafa baako baako pese yo ne term ni nyina wo de ekoye akwan basaba fa baako the expectation is that wo de yemfa mienu na eda so ne nche Akufo-Addo na edu no we expect senko timi ye akwan basafa du meboa because wa bo besi a chen no
yeah. Say
to whom much is given, much is expected. Enti sa wo hwe suku dan a John Mahama see 123 of them. Some of them were completed before he left power. Some of them were still left to rot. By the time I will free abem no wo dan mako 123 a nani nyina were at the stages of completion. Some of them have been completed. Intino, we expect say nka Akufo-Addo kura betimi 123 a say nka ene no nka Ghana ye wo 246 enya sa yeah. But you see aye ka say Akufo-Addo ntimi ansi edan ti say John Mahama de no efampo de maka bebre enti wo bebusa say na sika ne wo he the first person politically to have asked or posed that question ye Akufo-Addo obusa Mills. So time now mills are up to the tune of 20 billion Ghana cedis. And Akufo-Addo obusa ne say 20 billion Ghana cedis abe round my way more and can you mind no
pompon so no
yes enu nti no sika ne wo he eti Akufo-Addo question wo say orafo no ebusa ono ne na aban emu nipa nyina o enye baako including the CEOs including Obibia because sika 648 billion no kwabna se sika na wura o man we mu sendie Akufo-Addo no person mo suggested to ye na e ka no man we ni John Mahama posed the question while I know your campaign say can Oforiatta Bobisia to the tune of $11 billion wow na sa $11 billion no se ono na ana ono so no sa time a ofri abam no abobesia $5 billion na se ono John Mahama na sa $11 billion ni bedi ni nsemo a na Ghana be fa chen Dubai. He said it on one of his campaign trails. He said that on the platform. What you say? So it means to say John Mahama admits say enkofo we mu no they have raped us off. It is obi repo offer. It said there was some akwala said jiska 100 cedis koto bayira ya chie breme. Oba ya no bayira na ama. Meko nka ho. Enti nam nim. Enso sisika na hye. Dia di enkomo wo Ghana hanom severally ama politicians be bra form ho adi under the guise of Ghana is broke. Meanwhile, Ghana could not have been broke if we were not ripped off. What was it? And you know, baby, I'm a person this time, no, on be fair free. No, yes, I be a call ya. Oh, we are called, we are Sikano Akocheno. We are Sikani be brave, you know, fire sassy. And was here or Musika or my gina in terms of loans, in terms of revenue.
I say your audit or mine.
I was here audit or mine from 2017. Yes. Akufo-Addo betena so as mampani no to 2025 o free so as mampani. Sika bia o magi bia edigu sene ni ye pe quantity surveyors. Quantity surveyor nso so okwa na adwuma ne say Akufo-Addo si wasi dan we wa ha. Quantity surveyor wo hwe dan we ni bo be yesen ni ya kyero. Ye ni nyina wie a ni akohwe contracts a ye de man nkofo nti ye de ni nyina agu sene ni awie no wo be hu sika no de aka amo man ne ho bra. Ye wie ni tintini tietia no den ne yakọ omo a na omukura oman ne persefo no ho se mpanifo ye auditing ni nyina awie ye no ye hu se sika sei na mo de bo oman ne ho bra kwabra se John Mahama ye sa de ni wie a metimi de mensa ahyegem akase Akufo-Addo ontimi account for 10% of sika omo accrue e wo mabam. Let us say they have more than 90% of the monies they accrued from 2017 to 2021.
Yes, come.
What you say? They have over 90% of that money with them. That is a national security threat. It is almost a Sicily that paid $40-something million as an impasse here. You have to be alarmed.
Now,
because
listen. Well, one time I remember akoya, you see okoyi then okoyi niama wo ne wardrobe ne soro. Okoye o motene ne nsa no. Sika ne juri gu ne so. Avido da hodo mo ko fata say yeah. Omu ko ya sika ne gu ne so to be sorry. Sika gu ne so mo to be home. Hey,
ebi ma di boni o.
Oh, some ko hu ya no yam si o mo ko to madam. Oh,
na akoko to the golden X no.
X no.
Yeah, manu.
David.
Omo first can go for ambulance mbra. Me ankasa no me. Akwara.
Oh, the parami the manu sia. Yeah. Ade a me pese ora afo ne ye no no. Because kwara sometimes yeah na me pese me mad dey na very simple. Say you divide that money 648 million no, by 2 a billion no, by 275 constituencies in Ghana. Oh, divide 275 constituencies in Ghana. Constituency be 2.3 million. A billion, no, sorry, 2.3 billion. Constituency be ebenya 2.3 billion. And think me aya was so west wagon hono. E was see ebusa say ram say ram bosia bonko a o enye say bia bibi foforo ka ho bosia bonko a no sika Akufo-Addo our crew ye say ye chicha o de enfa training free so e was senka aya was so west wagon yenya 2 billion no obetime ya kire de 2 billion ye de aye because o man sika ye cha ye national cake so obi anya bi pepepe. It is a constituency be anya 2 billion a ene ye de ye project wo ho a enka e wo se o mutime di o mo sa kire so say o constituency we mu 2 billion no ye we meboa ye wade bi a friend fiscal decentralization so utime ye sa no na sika nyira because ye kwaji loan a ye che mo bi anya bi kwabna imagine say you see a dividing it by regions and also nke say 16 regions meboa and think every region be abenya 40.5 billion and think ya Ashanti region hono and was saying Akufo-Addo do such projects are up to the tune of 40.5 billion. It is almost a guy be pom feeding. I'm what it mean to talk J wagon chicha nkwala. What must say? Not just say Oman Sika and Akudin Kofo.
Live on Accra 100.5 Indomie instant noodles. Me pepper. Well, sometimes you're fasting. You're bumpy. You're quite sorry anymore. You be drew fear. Sebeya, ya bre, near Didier, ever continue to know. Indomie instant noodles. And Kolape, and Penipe. Kakrabi. Na Abin no didi. Adia a year or one, Emma me pe. It be a fasting from 6, complement number 6. It me the deep, bear number 7, 8. Who did you and digestion no? Only problem. You know, now man crofo me a kwabna why you slim. Kwabna when you good body. Kwabna why you
Chance you go. Okay, say na you nkum bi e fe no oba wa ye fe.
O se shambag.
Ai, ina kwabna wa ye fe.
We dey shambotom.
Me kura me duru na obi ka chem say o say me honama ye kama kakra.
Wo honama ye kama kakra.
Oh, as compared to before you left.
Agwa bi na down for na one was ominua. En say yen hwe ne nyai. No say ade no say doctor bi aka chem say uji Ansah. Now body atoso was any jai na ebroni.
Sena chobo no ahye pa.
Yeah. Bema.
I dey yamiase. Na manoa.
Who chance for the region Kwabra
ni pemobo.
Ni pemobo. Na me hunu me timi nka. Enti na me di no konkonsa kire hunto na say hunto so ni konkonsa nche.
Sa kwado wa yetwintwan say I gbe chingam no.
As a man so here.
O ka say nguna so no no so pai.
As o 2 4 man so here.
Odo wa nya. Oria
Mami no mas I think say about so body bi yem fama mo. Pampa so any Accra from Jumedi Amwadia
SYZ
show this to we do be no league ni bia no pa wi anyi hey contractor be bia be free ha no apia no akufu adu mi so aye bi so aye ni bi nana that bia no wa to G2 say no aye bi kroma
wa so be the video be the video
say ni dia mo no hu say papa na ye bi o dia chibi ni bojwa onima police station ni encourage na ni nyina ye
papa pedibu anu nwi na opale abo
na to bo agufu adu dem you know ye do bibia ase ba conference say Ghana for the 2 million naman na akufu adu asem bi e cartoon su bia no kwabana proof no beba Ansah na Ghana for ahunu ni ye o wo munya hunu akufu adu kora wo kai se platform yi so na liso we say joma mama ye hunu ni ewo mu bia sanso na minua so e ka the same thing say ye make sure say de etie no President Mama Ghana for kora wo kai wo platform yi so producers be ka na me kan say akufu adu 2021 ono ani MMDC for why etimi target wo say wo ye kofo ana wo ye ala nipa bia no oyi o madi some kind argument na am so oyi 134 MMDC said wonim say 6 awu yes omo e target omo kofo ala no na re wo sem ne say otua go obi te say gofre damenom ne MPC na omo esgracia dru so no otua omo esgracia na ma omo ena sa suppose Alan MMDC's 134 no kwabra o block omo esgracia no krofoi ko presidency omo gusu ko petition awdo ebinu mo hono ma yese omo platform so no omo didi to no omo de ato BP aduru ayeden amomanom na oye why be you say about way how can they retain power onu an krofo omo ye campaign ni ba power 2016 no wa punish you ma mayiwadi kwabra Fourth Republic aban bi enu na MMDCs was sabro more than 100 omo mbeba no bi na 50 60 bi omo anya omo ne mayi na aban na yeden second term we 134 woni reason omo di omo o man kwan ya obe sabotage ba omo project o man kwan nti omo ga say MPP for anto hine fa ba omo to aba ma NDC
yes
mebo one to about my NDC. It was NDC vote I was born near half. For the first time, I change you go green. Your numbers now MPP DSO in all the 3 regions. Why?
But the total voter turnout increase.
Come on, me pa on my bay say you my po bia address it will be a vote so nya na minim china ne be koso wo hanom. Here to yabo a analysis okay voter every Ashanti region buy. Watch your votes are every Greater Accra buy. Tie, NDC in a born home modern, Kwabra, Tio, voter addition, Tio, vote increase, percentage increase. I had in Ashanti region, one of the largest constituency in this country, Kwabri East. 280 branches and now polling stations. I have sent the account minimum number on the count. When him say NDC vote, I appreciate you. Kwabri is 5,000. Ashanti region. Two chairman say Nkrofo, and go to Aba.
Go 5,000. Go talk free.
Okay, free in the account. Jai. And some of them then you to Aba and I am Moka. Kwabra so punishing the passeya. 134 no be ana fa wo na unim nti omo ye ghost names no more register no enti omo ntia simple ana kwa bi ye funny videos na nipa na ne esiom bebrebe na adwensa ya info na na ewu no enkrofo na beto aba ma wa staff bi no na na ewu no enti kwabra hwawra wo se me see last 2 weeks say transition team out of the 134 MMDCs you know 128 edi petition akọ ni esin kwara papa nkokorafo e ekoto gwegu mama ni ni team anim say esremo ya ban 128 of us o man fi esika amayen ti mama consider us MPP kwabra mi namfofo wom obi kura de ho yaw aton ne ma tu akotena US wa ma meto abo podua sanka ho nyese bi akeke. And so 134 MMDCs no families. Kabra, Odin so mum pesa MPP aban be free honum. Kotoma NDC. 128 of them petition or transition team. Now, Monsuna a pro ni bayenti. Mo baye budget in tem na jo mama enye sika e dia spend on abam no. Mo de budget ni ko na mienu amu be free aban mu.
Not the devil was in the details.
What you say? Mode ko na mienu a obia ye busy na ye pen temama transition period na den I ended up and I'm the koy. Na kwabra you do this to your people. When you are na 5th of December January you ba kan che say school fee ni yetu omoka. Ochira me ma tips. Obete wasum sounds kwabra. Hey, misu obia we enti communication for the Misramo, yen na pe bibia ye wa banum. But mu ma yen jai communication adwuma no nto. Komra ne atieni. School feed no say 3 times no omudu omuka o. Enti akufo de be announce say what school feed in Kenya te sania. Friend say senior high school situation I expose you omu. Any friend say energy ministry. Fact na I expose you omu no. Kwabra MPP mano esu a wo musu wo mo platform so bro akufo adoni na se wo nua say we women organizers we are chairman for this school feed ya momo Kwabra say 3 terms no we 40 days in do 1 term
omo first kan kodi
say samanfo school a meni wo any chas makate ni listo we mo batna aka say school feeding no marketing some school bebre school nintiase no matua sika de agu o mu botom na ka de enya abura MPP for mana kom de omo no na ne me ya ne say ne wanya data endru 1 gig onu so ba betra Facebook no odi kwabra mo bi ansa wo so ya so pa na otwi o ne etoma no
edam so di am di
shia omo and I ask myself say look at the poor boy ni ma mi anwia $1 million hwe ni Jimmy sabe on social media ma koye school feeding MPP ma koye school feeding o ma koye school feeding akufu adu ne nkrofo akoyi sika no ene na mo franchise akowu aka che ne say bra cha say sika no mi Kenya nkopon say o ma di sika no asabi e kwabra o said ya o ka na me ka kire no brothers me do ya me madu sika menya BP menya BP this is the cry of a mother I will say hey you free niema sika no so depreciation aka sika na asa so mo de man no enti no we are being chased by the market women yentimi nkodwom One may afford away. Say be mu kwa kra de om de afford no man ya one day kra. Ebi mu anya half of their work. And these are party folks. Intimacy say I side with Nkrumah. Mama yema obi ahunu aban we. Baby odi Ghana eden akoduru.
Akufo-Addo aban.
Ye yan discuss ijoma ama o.
No.
Mama obi ahunu baby anana do boni ni awudi semu a wadi eti onu ani party for we bienu na maka no. Ni aka eboboba. Se omo di nkrofo di abokro no akese a. Omayi ma mbabesi omtimpo kro no ma ne yefesa. Se omo the school feed ya no. Na say omo jiji omo women's organizers in school feed ni sika na no omo de ye omo project. Omo announce da yese kwabra. Baba bedru baby a ye wonni. Ba ne mani ji ho ne say. Ne me da ne say. Enye gofre da me na ye atoni general bio. Asi a chemade. Asi a mam sika mi ntimi ni wie da na mawu. Say ni ye bo a eni hobio. Na ne $5 million ya. Wa kwaji omso kwaji bribe ya. Yesi panyiri bi ka say afiri e wa adwuma na ni nya na adwuma ye be kwa akonya ne sa asem na ba. Say niema je mensa amfa mra kwan so akwabran so akototo ne letter commission wo ye de ne be fa kontabuom. Si e benya akwanya ni atenetene adebia akwabra achia e okrum hanom. Enti mumma ye ma Akufo-Addo nkaso ye former president ntino ne crime a committee against the Papa Kwesi Ndums, against the Kwabra the Fornum, against the banking family no Kwabra ye mo emfo mo hundi. Let us make sure list over ye be kai Ghana for ye be man kra na hunu ba bi odo omo da che Kwabra me budget fie 16-year-old girl Kwabra wonim da oko back to school. Akra ko school mu oko school oko school July ending oko do school July ending there be September 29th oko do school mu a ewa ni aka chen say o ba kire exams o ko form 2 wa mafie no ko
that you say omo call form 2 no okodu form 2 no sure form 1 exam
that be we say be bana ko form 2 wa bra wa mafie kura wa makwan wa ko form 2 o ko
form 2 o sure form 1 exam so say
ko form 2 ni bedru fie no yes enim da be friend school enti kwabri me di wanu si say enti nyansafo be ne wo wiase a obetumi akoka che wiase man nyina say minye broke nso mintimi ntua meka sebi ni jimi kakraka nti sabru nsan ya timu kasai se minye broke but mintimi ntua meka MPP say ya grofo antoaba mo amabu mu MMDC fo mabu mu women's organizer
tunso
wo wie na wo kwoti committee so a wakwoti Bawumia election review committee
tunso ni e wo papa bi ni e friend tunso Kwame Apia no nya de bofri ase wo no banana nti da so sa hia no tunso Kwame Apia oso discount to plan na
enso ka pre
o sa o jesu wie no anu a sheri pa fro ke o man 5 cities
anye no na sa Akufo-Addo aban no me Ghana nye broke
tunso Kwame Apia so discount to plan na wo so ya ke
5 mami asem na mo bo eri Kwabra ye nyandru say a discuss your mama afa no for me na ban me congratulate 3 no Kwabra me wo higher expectation
inshallah
Emma Attorney General no
inshallah
any the friends minister for justice also of justice me wo higher expectation if it's only principal legal advisor to the president or ban or be adam for some a human any day wallahi talahi
thank you
but I propose a chatwo o mon fa ni list well si ebe yi kisi aja bia free ho a Kwabra with the appointment I'm appealing to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama say ya na human share ni no o appoint to ni list well
enkoy
non-family replaces special prosecutor joint prosecutors.
Okay, so that
we are wafa honto as consultant among.
Let me
read the divine. I am your advisor.
Let me read this for you. Okay, so this one is from Saint Osei. I want to take this opportunity to express my heartfelt gratitude to Bobie Ansah and your incredible team members, Little Divine and Chroma, Honton, Aziru, Tudako, and Ba, and everyone else. Please forgive me if I did not mention your name. You all gave us hope and sustained our confidence in NDC and JDM. Your dedication, hard work, and resilience were truly remarkable and inspiring. May God richly bless each and every one of you. I love and appreciate you all more than words can express. Thank you once again for everything. Saint Osei says so.
In some way, woman,